All right. Hey, let's go. All right, you can go ahead and do your recap now.
Okay, so in the last session, we all arrived at the Valletta Mansion. We discussed the terms of our agreement and found that we are to escort the Captain O'Rafferty and his shipment to a Beatrice the Tailor.
Uh,
Said shipment containing 16 tons of exotic furs to the island of Aberos. Capital city, I believe.
capital city and island. Yes.
That sounds about right.
Anything else happen along the way or no?
We all drank a whole lot, and we were introduced to a very lively woman, to say the
Well, howdy,
least,
that sure is right, that is.
and her very lively husband.
Fiance, get it right, sweetheart.
Fiance,
Oh.
husband, same thing.
Yeah, but then shortly after that we set off, and not that long in, we found a man on a raft. And it's fucking Jason, the the bitch.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Point is, we now have the unconscious Jason on our ship.
Yes, and he has a golden hand on him, which seems to erase people from existence. At least that's what I think happens when you touch it.
I mean, it did that to a turtle, man. I think it'll do it to us.
Fucking hurts whatever it does.
Can't touch it though.
Oh,
It's got magic protection.
yes.
I don't really have much to add. I'm the captain.
Saw a little girl in a teacup floating through the ocean, and she fell into a door. That was also quite strange.
Alice in Wonderland reference.
Yeah.
I forgot about that bit.
Other than
And I'm
that,
pretty sure there was a third thing.
I don't think so.
I think the journey
Yeah.
was relatively normal. Other than that, yes.
Yeah, because I remember the last thing that happened was we arrived at our island destination.
Yes. As you pull into the port, you are you are ushered in by what looks to be a group of Navy officers pulling you in and directing you on which port to pull into. As this is really the real only way that you can really get offload your furs onto the shore without having incredible difficulties. Uh, you guys see what looks to be a very lively city. It has a lot. Um, Unlike some of the other islands, uh, it doesn't just have a majority of one race. In fact, it has races of several other kinds. In fact, because it is the capital, you notice that there are even species of races that you may or may not even recognize. Um, all whether it be like very far and far, but any very far and few between, they are still there. What do you guys do? You guys do anything? You guys want to do anything as you guys are pulling in? Make any kind of checks, any observations, anything like that?
Yes. I would like to look for the storefront district.
Ah,
Just like kind of get a lay of the land as we're approaching. You know what I mean?
go ahead. All right. That would be actually. I'm pretty sure that would be in. You can either roll. Yeah, you can roll an investigation. Would you roll an
Okay.
investigation for me?
Yes. I shall roll an investigation.
Oh, this town
Awesome.
sure looks mighty lively, it does.
Yes, but is it really worth our time? That's the question. Can we
Oh, there's
get
plenty of
anything
things that
done?
can be worth your time if you know where to look, sweetheart.
Oh, of course you'd know that.
I figure I'm probably talking to somebody about docking fees at the moment.
Well, you guys aren't docked yet. You guys are in the process of docking.
So
Like,
what
you
would I
can't-
find with a 13?
A 13. Looking ahead, it looks like it looks like the port is actually right. The main port where you guys are at is actually right off the main, right directly in front of the shopping district. Seeing the big capital, the big library, that, with the giant steps and the and two, what are they called? I forget what they're called. Like they're not lions, but they're lion-like, and they have like the big like pointy tails at the end. Hold on. Ah,
Um,
I forget exactly what they're called. Hold on. Let me check.
I think I know what you're talking about, like those kind of like
Yeah.
griffin sort of statues.
Yeah. They're not griffins. They're like lions.
Manticore?
Manticore, yeah.
Manticore. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. As you see two stone manticores, they look to just to be sitting there. However, from a distance, you can kind of see that they look to be talking. Like they look as if they are talking, I should say, to people passing by. And you see, as you see in the middle of the shopping, and the shopping center is is made of not of like cobblestone, but like a bronzy blue, like like a light aquamarine blue, while some of them are like metallic orange, as if the walkway in the main square in this area is made of copper.
Bro, who's
Okay.
paved this road with ultramarines?
What? Most
They're
marines
blue.
aren't copper. They're not copper blue though. They're
I
not
don't,
metallic copper blue. That's like a light blue, my friend. That's like an
I don't know what
aquamarine.
copper metallic blue means.
It's aquamarine. It's like a very light blue. It's a light greeny blue. Hold on, I'll send you a picture.
I'm convinced Biscuit is colorblind.
I think he is.
No, I think it's just that your color description just was something I'd not heard before.
I don't know how else to describe what color ultramarines are than by what color they are. They are ultra blue.
Yeah, they're ultramarine. That's their color. But I don't know what a copper blue is.
Wait, you know what the Statue of Liberty looks like, Biscuit?
It's green.
It's
Yeah,
it's not really green, but it's like a bluish green.
It's like
Yeah.
a seafoam type
Green.
thing.
Yeah, it's like a
On
seafoam
the
green. It's like
spectrum of green to blue, I say it's a green.
okay, well, it's slightly more bluish in tone than the Statue of Liberty. Does that help?
Yes.
There we go. Where some of them are just bright orange, and some of them as if some of it has been recently replaced. The center, you can kind of see people walking around what looks to be a very nice, elegant fountain with what it looks like where you can kind of see people kind of like doing hand motions, and you can kind of see things like dropping into the fountain as they do so. With these what is it called? They damn, what is it? Ah, okay. With lantern light, what are they called? What are those damn. Hold on, let me look. Alright. Yeah. Where they look kind of like street lights. Ah, that's what they're called. They're called street lights. With what looks to be instead of like regular light bulbs we would know them, it looks to be some kind of candle in it. They're not lit right now because it is about early morning. In our time it'd be roughly about 9 o'clock or so. Just about to turn 9. Still 8. So it is very bright outside. It's very bustling. People are running around, uh, going in and out of shops. Which you notice that most of the shops on this street have very large signs that with with different eye-catching letters and phrases and stuff to kind of, as if they're fighting for the attention of everybody in the area.
Okay.
All right. Biscuit, is there anything in particular you wanted to do or no?
I can't think of anything at this moment.
Okay. As you guys pull into the dock, you guys see what looks to be a Triton man with blonde hair. That's like not quite buzz cut, but it's grown out a little bit to the point where his hair is awkward, sticking. Where his hair is kind of awkward. He tries to slick it back, but it's just not quite long enough, so it's like randomly sticking up in some places. As it gives off a very like gel like shine.
Alrighty.
All right. Who'll be the captain of this here vessel?
Nathan would raise his hand. That'd be me. And step
Very
forward.
good, sir. Have you been to Aberos before?
I believe so, once or twice, but not as a captain.
Very well. Then you will have to stop by. He kind of like points behind him. You'll have to stop by the town hall and pick up emergency license. Of
He nods his
course,
head.
that is different than the docking fee, which for a ship of your vessel size is about 4 pearls. That allows you to dock per day.
Very well.
Sounds rather scummy, doesn't it?
Steep, you mean, Miss Noken?
Yes, steep. My apologies.
I wouldn't say so, considering you're docking at the best port in all of the archipelago.
Well, is there a different port we could dock at for a little cheaper, maybe?
There's one on the other side of the island. However, if you have goods and services, it's going to be quite a journey. As there is, as the only thing on that side of the island, unfortunately, is a small port town. With only a dirt road connecting us. Good for traveling. Good for traveling and vacations, but not good for docking and porting and taking goods and services when you already are in the shopping district. You see?
I do see. A word, Captain.
Very well. You would step aside.
Well, I'm not exactly opposed to you paying this man. You can do whatever you like with your pearls. However, I do think we should maybe scout out the other port to see if it's any worth our while.
We ain't got time for that. Time it'll take to go around the other side of the island to the other port would already have spent like twice as much in terms of supplies just to get there.
Fair point. We can resupply when we get there.
And Lady Beatrice is going to pay us.
Well, yeah. Can I just give you guys a quick side note?
Yes.
So, quick side note. Lady Beatrice, this is the quickest way to her. So yes, you might have to pay a little bit more, but once you get there, you'll also think about this. Think about from a cost perspective. Yes, you'll have to go over there, which means you'll have to pay more. You'll have to pay your ship for another day of travel because it is the size of roughly the size of Australia, if not a little bit smaller.
Okay.
So it's pretty big. It's not small. It's pretty. It is the biggest island in this archipelago because this whole archipelago used to be a continent before before the magical before the curse of El Dorado, crushed it up and pushed it out and created the archipelago, right? So
I was just more like
Yeah,
suggesting the idea, not necessarily that we go and do that right now.
yeah,
Just like
yeah.
in the
I just
future, let's scout it out and see if it's worth our while. You know.
right.
Oh,
I was just letting
definitely.
you know. Yeah, yeah. I was just letting you guys know the rough size comparison because it just costs so that way you guys know how long it takes for future trips. That's all.
I gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, back to it. Sorry about that.
That was all that I needed to say to you, Captain. Continue.
Oh, all right. Nathan would reach into his coat and pull out a small bag and have a few pearls out of it and hand 4 to the man. They're just sitting in his palm.
Oh, uh, sorry. So he kind of hands it back to you. I don't take payment here. You have to go pay. You have to pay the teller,
Ah,
and then bring me back the car that the teller gives you. Off to the as he points off to it, it's very noticeable. It's a little wooden shack. You can't. It has a few signs on it, but the biggest sign is written in it's in like a dark oak. It's in like a dark oak wood, and it's painted with white letterings. It's a little bit faded, but looks like it's been touched up roughly about a year ago or so. So not like super faded, but faded enough that it might be a little bit difficult to see if you weren't directly looking at it. Um, but on the top it says docking. It says docking, and then in a little sign it says information. And this is said info. Oh well, the Sylvan equivalent to the word info.
well, I reckon that's the spot I need to be.
I'm
Uh,
gonna stay on the ship and make sure the dude doesn't like try and come on there and like snoop around.
I'll go with the captain because that might be an opportunity for shenanigans here,
Awesome.
or rather, should
All
I
right.
say, discount.
Oh goodness gracious! Yeah. So do you head over there?
yes, on to
All
the
right.
docking booth.
As you head over there, you see a man who kind of you don't really. It's not really a. Well, I shouldn't say man. Well, yeah. For you would kind of tell it was a man. But you see him as you walk up. He appears to be wearing those old timey traditional like sailor hats that the people at lighthouses wear, like the blue cap with like the black rim around it. Um,
Hmm.
and on the top it said and it has like a little logo of like a little like cartoony boat under it. It says, uh, and under it it has in like painted on it says Aberos docking on it. Like he's like forced to wear this, and he's like in what looks to be not really a sailor suit, but what a costume of a sailor suit might look like. Um, not quite a costume, but to be uncomfortable, but enough of a real suit that it is comfortable for him to stay in most of the day. Although with the hot temperatures of Albaros, it's quite strange that they have him in a long sleeve shirt.
Good to know. I
Uh,
might have to strip
yeah,
down some of me suit then.
right. You notice as he looks, as you come across him, he is a very lanky, very long, very thin, resembling our world's sea otters. Hold on, give me a second. All right, sorry, I got handed a drink. He just kind of looks at you. You can see that he has you can see that he has like little like wet marks under his eyes to give the illusion of okay, he looks like a bag of equivalent to bags under our eyes, making him look like he's been up for like 8 days straight without any sleep.
Well, I can think of a way to keep him up for another night.
How can I help you?
Morning, sir. I've come to settle my docking fees for that ship just there. He points behind him to his ship.
How big is your ship? You see him as he pulls out a big, a very large and thick leather-bound book that says docking prices on the front.
By overall length, 280 feet, 90 by width.
I don't need all that, sir. I just need your size category. Are you medium, large, small, epic, or tiny?
That'd be medium, sir.
Very well. There'll be 4 pearls, and how long for one day, per day? How many days you can prepay per day? So how long would you like to dock?
Just 1 day.
Very well. And would you like cleaning services as well, sir? It's an extra 2
sure.
pearls.
2 pearls. On second thought, I might have to skip that.
Very well. If you change your mind, let us know. And you have 24 hours from now. Otherwise, you will be fined 1 doubloon per hour additional that you stay docked. After what time is it now? He pulls out a little pocket watch from his side. You notice it has the same engraving, kind of like logo as his hat. As he opens it and he looks at the time, it is currently 8:42 a.m. You must leave port by 8:42 p.m. tomorrow, or face additional fines.
Alrighty.
Do you hand him the pearls
I do.
and stuff? Got you. Is there anything else you want to look at while you're there? He did offer you the cleaning service, but you do notice, but there are other boards with other prices on there for other things.
I think I might come back to this after offloading the cargo.
Gotcha.
But I do want to make sure I get my little info card to hand back to the Triton.
Yes. He gives you a little card with a little stamp on it. On it is written just a single day pass. With the fine amount, with saying how much you paid, the fine amount, and little boxes for each little service that they provide. With the only one stamped, with a little red X, being the docking. It doesn't give you the prices of the other services, but it does list them on that little card as well.
All right. And you have a good day, sir.
You as well. Thank you for docking at Albaros. Thank you for working with us with Albaros docking and shipping. You may have a wonderful day. Enjoy your trip. And as always, Albaros is, of course, the best, of course. Please don't kill me. I have to say that.
Okay.
He hands you the little slip. As you touch it, it feels it has a very strong scent of ginger to it. Meaning and it is very, very dark brown. Like almost not quite like a dirt brown or a dark. It's more of it's like a lighter tan, almost like dark leather.
Interesting.
You would know this. You would know that. Do you want to do any kind of checks or anything on anything else while you're here?
I might want to make a quick perception check to see if I could spot the storefront, maybe, that we're going to.
Huh. Gotcha. Go ahead and make me a perception. Well, do you want to do a perception or do you want to do an investigation? Because those are 2 different checks.
I'm gonna take perception.
Okay, perception's more of a general view, where investigation's a more precise view. So it might be there, but you might miss it, depending with a perception rather than an investigation.
I'm
So
just
keep that in
taking
mind.
a quick glance as I head back towards the.
Right.
I'm not sure what to call him. Wharfsman, maybe. Application did not respond.
L. A big L.
Natural 2 plus 7, 9.
You're looking as you get distracted. You're able all the signs and like eye-catching things that you saw advertisements along this main road kind of distract you. However, you are able to find it as in big letters, a big fancy cursive lettering. It says you can see Lady Beatrice Boutique. And it's like flat. It's like moving around, and it's like it looks as if magic is lighting as if the letters are being lit by magic.
It's a bloody magic-based neon sign.
Ah, that must be it.
Exactly. Yes, it is very and it seems to be towards the end of the street by the Capitol building, which is also counts as the library and hall and all that good stuff.
Alrighty. Well, before we do that, I probably want to go down to the town hall and see about that license.
Right, but don't you want to would you please, because we're leaving the ship, you guys are doing other things, you guys would be splitting the party. You can do that. That is perfectly fine. However, I want to give you guys an opportunity to go ahead and gather everybody you would like to take with you on your journey, doing your other stuff while your crew unloads. Because as you start to dock and you hand the gentleman your card, you can kind of see what looks to be a magical fence of like wire wire netting magically appear from the bottom of the ocean up behind your ship, preventing it from leaving.
Oh. That's neat. I may have been hauling crates last time that happened and I was here.
Yes.
But anyway,
last time you were here, they weren't metal. They were just regular rope.
Before they head off, could I whistle or call over Nathan for a minute? Before they head off?
I was gonna come back and get the officers anyway. The town hall
Oh,
might
okay.
want the name of them as well. So quick pit stop back at the ship and make sure I
Awesome.
have all my necessary stuff.
Yep. So what you are now back as you guys walk. You hand the gentleman, like I said, your card. He kind of scoffs at you, but doesn't really say anything. And as again the nets pop up behind the ship, and you are now on the ship. You can see your workers starting to go up and down and start to bring as they're starting to bring the furs from below deck up to the top deck, moving everything to the top deck to make things easier on them as they prepare to bring all the product to where it needs to go.
Very well.
Yes.
And you wanted to see me, Miss Noken?
Yes. I had a bit of a shopping list. While I tend to seeing the ship secure, I figured maybe you could pick up a couple of items for me while you're out. I'll give you a pearl to cover the costs.
That's a ton of money, dude.
Okay, maybe not a pearl. I don't have anything other than the pearls right now.
You didn't get any starting money?
Well, no, I spent all of it on the magic items. I had like 15 starting gold.
Well, if you want to go to the bank, you can exchange your pearls for gold doubloons.
Well, yes, but I also need to stay aboard the ship as security.
No, you
That's
don't.
like my.
It's not. It's fine. That's why you have two other officers. That's
And
why
the
you have
crew.
Core and Woods. Yes, and the crew. You have Core and
Well,
Woods. So you
well,
can
in
go do
that
your
case-
own thing.
Yeah, even
that-
when everybody gets off the ship and comes ashore, there's still like a few men, like skeleton crew, that like stay sentry.
Okay, in that case,
Yeah, I don't
Woods.
want you to feel like you're stuck to the you can choose. You can choose who you want to stay and who you want to go with, because technically you don't need both of them on the ship.
Core, stay here and watch over the ship. Make sure everybody stays in ship shape, so to speak. Woods, you come with me.
You see him as he's excited as he starts to clap his hands.
I thought you'd say that.
Oh, I thought my headache made me immune to him, but then as soon as you described his action, no, I'm not immune to him.
God. What do you mean immune?
Okay, Matt, I
Well,
am gonna send a shopping list to you just so I don't forget what I need.
All right.
So you're bringing Woods. Is there anybody else you guys are bringing with you?
Mm.
Well, we can see if Anne wants to go. First mate.
Yes. Gotcha. So,
Yeah, and I feel like we'd leave Milton to chill with the sailors because I think he'd like that.
Hang out with the lifeboatmen.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
feel like
as you can
he
kind of see,
would like
he's
that.
already. As you guys, do you want to make a perception to see where he's at right now?
Sure.
All right.
8.
8. Well, you can see him as he's you can see him from where you're at as he's just sitting there attempting to flirt with some of the sailors, some of the docking sailors, and military people, as they're just like trying so hard to ignore that he's there.
Attaboy.
He's
Gotcha.
quite an interesting fellow, isn't he?
And I feel like now's my opportunity to change out of this fucking vest. I'm dying in this thing.
Yeah, you can change clothes. What kind of what's up?
My bad, go ahead. I didn't mean to.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
I was just gonna because I've been imagining him in a very proper, almost English sailor officer get up, tricorn hat and all. But now he's gonna
a red coat.
yes, but his coat's blue. Actually, he looks more like a Frenchman.
Worse. That's the only thing that's worse.
Anyway, he's going to come back. The coat's the same, but there's no vest. There's no shirt. There's a gray bandana tied around his head, Captain Jack Sparrow style, underneath his hat. And instead of a shirt, he is wearing Triton attire, it's really just a net that is tied together with 2 pieces of rope.
Oh, no.
And you use those pieces of rope.
He's wearing a fishnet top.
For real.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually a fishing net.
Hilarious.
It's dead ass a
Aw.
fishing net. You can see, is that a fish bone stuck in there? The answer is yes.
Yes.
That's
under his
kind of
coat and-
daring set of attire.
Well, I think it suits me.
God.
On we go.
Yes. As you guys wanna so you have I'll give you guys an option. Do you guys want a random encounter as you guys are walking, or no?
Not necessarily, because I was going to split off from the rest of the party anyways. While they go deliver the delivery, I was going to go shopping.
Well, first place that I was gonna say we should go is we should all probably report for the town hall and
Well, that doubles
show
as the
up.
bonus, right?
Because if you need a license for this is going to be bloody England. You're going to need 1 billion different licenses.
Gonna
It's
need a
just one.
shipping
I
license.
mean, no, not really. It's just you really only need a trading license
And
once, and you
license.
buy it. Because you can buy one in the town hall for every island, or you can go individually and buy one per island. But the only place you can buy them all at once is Aberos. You can't buy one from you can't go buy the island. Like you can't buy all the passes for the island, like an ultimate pass. Kind of think of it like that. You can't buy the ultimate pass of it at any other island but Aberos, since Aberos is the capital.
It's the deluxe gold edition that features the season pass as a Steam exclusive.
God, gross Steam.
Bro.
The Epic Store is where it's at, man.
No, that was literally steals your credit card data.
What is wrong with you?
I am joking.
I was about to say that better be satire.
It
Yeah,
very
I
much
know.
is.
In the splitting, why would I go with the crew that's doing the job? I'd go shopping. Screw you.
Oh my god. Alrighty.
I guess I'm going to the town hall. We should probably follow them and you should just tell me how much I owe them. My thing's probably not going to be interesting. It's like going to the DMV.
Not really. I mean, I was just gonna say you do it real fast. You know, you pay your gold and whatever, and then we leave. It's
Yeah,
more
just like
something
you
you have.
go.
Like the only interesting thing that happens will be at the steps.
And I do think I want that like gold edition license. That sounds pretty sick.
I figured you would, because it's gonna be a lot easier for you in the long run. However, you do have to renew it every 6 months within game time.
Okay, so I guess I'll
So
try
in
to
total,
keep an eye on that.
you have to do it 4 times. But you can renew it before you need, like before the 6 months comes up. You can always renew it beforehand if that's easier. Whenever you're in Aberos, you can be like, "Hey, can I renew this?"
All right. That seems easy. Whenever we show up in Aberos, probably pretty often, I could just go check down at the office and be all like, "How are my papers good?"
Yeah. So you guys are walking down the square. You can kind of I'm gonna describe who's banging. I hear like a banging.
Apologies, the autistic knee bounce causes my desk to shake sometimes.
Understand here.
You're good, man. I was just wondering, like, if that's just me or am I going crazy? Like it's cool. It's not bothering me at all. I was just curious. I got you. So yeah, you guys want to make any kind of rolls or anything while you guys are walking down the square? I'm gonna just first describe the pretty obvious stuff to you, and then if you guys want anything more specific, like let's say you want a specific to know if you see a specific kind of store or storefront or something like that, you can ask me that. But I'm just gonna give you the general area, the general description of the area. Okay.
All right.
Right on.
I was gonna roll to see if I could find a like a vineyard or something like that, somewhere I can get some wine materials.
Like materials to make wine or wine itself?
Materials to make wine.
You probably aren't going to find that here. You're more likely to find, just from like you knowing your character, you're more likely to find that in the farming island of. Hold on, let me figure out. Sometimes I have to refresh up on my names. Yeah. Yeah, you're more likely to find that in Vatina than you are in Aberos, as Vatina is the resident farming island, so they're literally dedicated to farming only.
Okay. Could I make a roll to
Hey.
see like, what can I find here? Like
Sure. Yeah, of course you can.
like
I'm
nefarious
sure.
bootleg sort of things. You know, like alcohol making.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? Alcohol making, drug
Oh,
making, sort of a thing.
so you want to
Apprentice.
look and see if you see anybody shady. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I kind of want to look for shady figures, sort of.
What the hell is snoring?
I was laughing, and you want to look for someone shady.
Sound like you were trying, like you were acting like you were asleep because you weren't having fun.
No, I'm good.
But no, yeah, I want to look for shady motherfuckers.
Okay, I'm
that
gonna
I
give you the. All right. Is there any? You can go ahead and roll for that while I do the main description. Is there anything else? Any specific thing anybody else is looking for?
Not at the moment.
Hmm?
Anything? You don't have a biscuit. You don't have a ring yet, so you could always go look for that.
I've lived in a cave for the past many decades. I don't know if that's necessarily part of my part of the culture. I feel like it's more the human side of culture.
Right, but I mean, if you're going to be the one who proposes, because let's face it, you're basically mind controlling him at this point, then it would be you.
Why would I do something with why would I do that with my own money when he's the rich family? He's the rich kid. He can get the expensive ring.
What's it have
he
to be
does have
expensive?
a point, or she does have a point. Sorry.
I need to
I'm
get
not
buddies
saying.
that
I
are
was just.
allowed first, and then he can get the ring with his riches.
I was just asking, my friend. I wasn't saying you had to do jack anything. Already.
Oh, I checked plenty of.
Oh God, biscuit! Come on, man.
Like
Let's
cars.
goodness. Anyways,
Carjacking.
moving on. Yes. As you walk down the street, you guys, a sweet. As you walk down the street from this corridor, you see, with Woods kind of being a little bit slower than you think he would be. He is following behind you. Uh, he is following behind you as you guys walk up. But what is it? You guys notice a faint scent of like bread, like freshing breaking bread and cinnamon, filling the city streets, as well as a weirdly ambient sound of just like a very calming instrumental band. Um, with a quiet vocal track equivalent to something like Frank Sinatra or James Dean.
So like some doo-wop shit.
No, like some stuff like that.
Okay.
So like a 1950s kind of like songs, but their version of it. Like not
I'm concerned. Why are you sending me these?
what? What is happening?
Biscuit
Hello?
is sending me things.
Where are you sending things, Biscuit?
Oh, my appreciation of Star Trek was appreciated, so now he gets Star Trek memes from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never stop until randomly they do. Good luck.
Okay. Fucking. All right. I was rolling an investigation to see my shady person.
Yes, investigation.
Okay. I'll let you know what the roll was when. Oh, well, yeah, when you're done describing. My bad.
Yes. No, you're good. You're good, my friend. You're all good. Yes, you see people with large nothing's with large bags, but they're not anything. They're made of mostly cloth and leather. Um and it's not like a normal leather. It's similar to the leather you saw at it's like similar color and feel. It looks as if it feels the same as the leather that the chairs at Victor's house was made of and the Valletta mansion. however, just completely of a lower quality. As if whatever this is like the main source of leather in the setting and in this area, in like the island and the archipelago, but it's made at wildly different qualities, and that changes the price and the durability and all that good stuff. As this leather seems to be a lot thinner and cheaper with nicks and holes in it than other things. In fact, you see somebody as they're walking along and their leather bag breaks as they're struggling to pick up their fruits and vegetables just roll all over the ground, and they're just like running over it trying to pick it up as people who aren't paying attention step on a few of them and just like continue on their way.
Ooh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. What do you guys do? Anything you guys want to do while you're walking? Anything like that before I do his little his result of his investigation?
No.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, so I don't think I'm seeing anybody.
You don't really see anybody too shady, but you do notice a few dark alleys where things could be shady. I mean, you can always, re-roll as you continue to walk down the area as well.
I nod to Woods and gesture to him to come with me, and I like step aside into one of the dark alleys and then continue my investigation from there.
All right, because you are in a dark alley, you do get advantage on this roll. So please go ahead and make me a roll.
Alrighty. Oh my god, bro. Dice gods are not in my favor today. Holy shit.
When are they ever in your favor?
Never.
Very true.
Okay, 18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay, see, there you go. You do in fact notice a dude in like you do notice a dude who's like asleep in the alley. He looks almost like 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 an 80 goth rocker dude.
Okay.
Like with the makeup and like the dark hair and like the weather and like the black and like the black leather coat and pants and like black boots. Although they are very there are some areas that they're just. Hold on, my headphones died. Give me a second.
We can hear.
Where do they go? Oh, they're over here. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, sorry, my headphones died. I had to switch out my headphones. Yes, he looks as if, so he's had a very terrible night, as if he's died like 4 times. He has a swollen black eye and bruises all over his hands, and his clothes are kind of tore up a little bit, and he looks very much like a junkie.
Okay, I walk up to him. I assume he's not like he doesn't look like he's awake or anything.
No, he's asleep.
Okay.
Nah, bro's asleep.
Okay, so I walk up to him and I start let me see what I can do here.
You can do a lot.
Okay, so I use produce flame on one of my fingers. And
Okay.
like I'm using my finger as like a lighter, right? And I hold it
Yeah.
like up to I want to say like up to his nose and just sort of like wave it under his nose until he wakes up.
Oh God! Oh God!
That is not the accent I expected.
Right.
Just what are you doing laying here exactly?
I'm trying to sleep.
Well, in the middle of the day, you're sleeping in the middle of the day.
I'm trying. You're not a
Well-
copper, are you? He kind of like looks you up and down.
No, in fact, I'm quite the opposite. I want to know where you're getting whatever it is you're getting.
Roll persuasion, please.
Okay.
I bet you wish you brought me with you.
I kind of do.
Do you
Think
have
about it.
any stinky cheese? You cops.
Could have just suggested he tells us, and then he fails his wisdom save, and he tells us.
Unless he doesn't fail his wisdom save.
My first answer would have been hilarious. It was just to conk him over the head with the belaying pin.
Just check the fucking dice channel, bro. Check the dice channel.
What did he get? What did he get? Oh dear Lord, what did he get? What did he get? Let's see, let's see.
The fucking Picard, yes.
No, actually,
That's
this is exactly what happens when you roll a natural one. Just missing completely.
Yeah. All right, so
You are really like he gives you like a death stare. Nice try, copper. I'll leave. He's like struggling to get up as he falls down.
Woods. I say Woods and like point at him, like fucking restrain him.
He doesn't you have to say what you want Woods to do. He doesn't understand that gesture. You just point to
Okay,
him, so he
Woods.
just waves. You just point to him, so he just goes. No fucking way, dude.
Woods, grab him.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. There's no need for all that. Ugh. Are you sure? He looks at Woods as if Woods has been talking to him. Are you sure he's not a copper? He sure does seem like one, or she knows does seem like one. I'm sorry. You are a woman, right? Can't really tell.
Yes, I am a woman, but that's not what is important right now, is it?
And then he goes. See. Are you sure? And he like shakes his head, like in a yes motion. Fine. If he vouches for you, then I vouch for you. What can I help you? He like gets up, he like wipes off. He's like trying to wipe off the white marks on his jacket and pants and clothes, but they're just not coming off. Oh. And he does wipe it off he does manage to wipe it off his face though. As he gets up, you can kind of see his face better. He definitely has like a really patchy goatee that isn't quite grown in yet.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so he asked what I want.
yeah. What do you want?
Well, I was hoping that maybe you could direct me to somebody who could perhaps help me make some passive income along my journey.
Well, I'm not the man for passive income. I mean, but
Well,
if you want some, you want some bump. He like bumps you with his shoulder twice. I'm the man to help you with that. I just see him just like cough up blood.
so are you a
Yeah,
supplier or a middleman? That's my question.
neither. I just go down. I go down to the deeps and get my supplies.
Well, maybe you could show me where that is.
I don't show you. You enter. You don't get shown where the deeps are. You go to the deeps. I can
Well,
tell you how to get there.
that would be quite useful. Some
Oh, yeah.
direction.
Yeah. The easiest way is to go through the he's trying to think. And he like tries to put there. Hold on. I know it. It's killing me. I know it. What is it? Oh, dear Lord. Come on. Oh, he like starts to bang against the wall. Tries to bring his hand, like he makes his hand into a fist and starts banging it against the wall, like he's trying to figure out what he's saying. Oh, what is it? That's what it is. That's it. Come on, you bastard. Um, you have to go to the Sam's Bakery. Sam and Brothers Bakery. You see, that's the easiest way to get there. Because the deeps are in the sewers.
I see. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Junkman. That's what I'll call you.
That's not my name. Please show me some respect.
Well,
He
what should I call you then?
like looks around. You kind of like you give him a second. He kind of looks around, as if he's trying to like figure out what you should call him because he doesn't want to give you his real name. Crates. You can call me Crates. That's it. Yep. Yep. Yes.
Well, Crates, I appreciate your cooperation, and oh my, I really do sound like a cop, don't I?
Listen, if he turns out to be a cop, I'm gonna hunt you down.
Oh, don't worry, you have nothing to fear.
Woods kind of convinces him otherwise, bro. You know what Woods rolled on his on his persuasion check?
20?
No, he rolled an 18.
Damn.
Well, it means his role's legal.
Yeah, but as you guys are as you start to walk away, Woods kind of like turns around and waves at him, and like they're happy, and he turns around. He's like, wait. Like he's coughing up more blood. Wait. Do you stop or do you keep going?
I turn around and look at him.
What?
Yes?
What to the wise? The bakery is owned by two brothers, both named Nick. One Nick will let you through no problem. The other Nick, well, he knows we do this. He tries to look cool, but will really turn you into the fudge. As the bakery is also connected to the jailhouse. Also, another word to the wise. They are twins, so they look exactly the same. Good luck. And like he just like falls over, like as he like tries to like walk, he like turns around in the alleyway, tries to walk towards the other side of the alley, but trips and falls and ends up passing out and going to bed right on the floor. What do you do?
Okay. I start looking for this Sam's Bakery, owned by two
Already.
Nicks. Yeah.
What?
I start looking for the Sam's Bakery that is owned by two Nicks.
Yes. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, well, in the hallway, walks down the main street. Walks Nathan and Dahlia. What do you guys do? You're nearly to the step. You're nearly to the giant. You're nearly to the steps. Passing as the music has changed from one end of the walkway to the other, as it is as it's gone from a really like 1950s kind of big band kind of jazz number. Sorry, I am. If you hear any noises, I'm cleaning out my paint thingy.
Oh, that's
paint.
not why I'm laughing.
No, you're good. And it changes from. No, I'm good. I'm just letting you guys know if you hear any noises. That's what that is. But the music changes from that into like an old time, from that into like a New Orleans kind of blues, R&B kind of number. As if different bands are playing at different points, but you can't really see the bands. Like they're very much not noticeable, but they are. But you can tell that they are kind of there, like somewhere. But the music is still playing.
Might be a neat trick. Keep the musicians on the top floor so nobody can see them, or everyone can hear them. Anyway, if you like, I need that license. Any pit stops you can think of, Mr. What?
I ain't got anything in particular to go look for.
As you say that, you guys walk past Miss Lady Beatrice's boutique. As just in and you just see what looks to be the height of high fashion as people looking in ridiculous clothes but are considered fashionable. Kind of similar to what Dahlia's wearing, to a sense,
Hey.
to a degree. With some of her jewelry that's kind of been more blinged out, rather than her actual outfit. Which is a lot less expensive than what she's actually wearing. As people are like, as there's a bouncer at the door, gotta be letting pointing at people and only letting certain people in regardless of when they get there. As you walk up to the steps, you see two stone manticores, sitting there as they look like statues. However, as you guys are approaching it, one yawns. Moves it and repositions its paw so the one on the bottom is now on the top, and the one that was on the top of it is now on the bottom. As it continues to lay there and puts its head down as if it's very tired and about to take a nap.
Animated stone, that's neat.
As you can hear, like you're close to the like they're very far apart. They're like 60, 70 feet apart. That's how big this stairway is. Like the whole street is like 100 feet long, and the whole walkway, and the whole street turns into this giant tapering staircase. That's at least 40 or 50 steps high. So it's pretty high.
Yay, climbing stairs.
Yeah.
Reminds me of
As
my time.
you guys see there's a group of people interacting with the other manticore on the other side. You can't quite you're far enough away to like see that they're actually having a conversation with this manticore, but not being able to hear exactly what they're saying.
They're back there talking to the stone. Mario, is
Brain delay. Thank you, headache. Takes a second extra to think sometimes. Apologies.
You're good. You thinking, or you just not gonna? You decide you're not gonna respond?
So there's people talking to the statues. The end.
Okay, cool. You're a lot less fun
Onwards.
today.
I was and he said just can Captain repeat what Captain said.
Biscuit, you need to get better. You're a lot less fun today.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you.
Give him some laudanum, he'll be fine.
Yeah, did
Yes,
Captain repeat
you
what Captain
enter.
said?
You enter this big and bustling library, huge with moving books, with shelves that are moving magically as people are as people walk up. Uh, speak to what looks to be animated books. That look very much like Muppet characters with two bulging eyes and using their pages as mouths with no bodies. Very similar to one certain wizard you know from another game.
Certainly seems like
They-
there's a lot of things here that can talk that can't normally talk.
It is quite a unique place indeed. Don't recall ever seeing such things. Oh, is there
You
a
what?
reception desk, maybe? Like at
There
the.
is right as you enter, to right and left of the entranceway. It's just like a really long. It's like it's like 8 or 9 desks were like 8 or 9 like regular desk sizes just in a row, just put together. As almost every single one of them has some kind of line with people checking out books, whether it be buying them or using their library card or what have you. And you see one guy who doesn't even have books. He just has a bunch of random statues and tablets and papers and rocks and stones and crystals and armor and a bunch of other stuff.
Bro found the gift shop.
With each one of them having what look, you can't really tell like what it says, but you can see each one of them has like a little label on it with some kind of title or something on it. As if they belong to something, as if they were artifacts belonging to a society or people long ago who lived long ago. Um,
I suppose we get in line. I'm not exactly sure where to
you you can
get a
get in line.
license.
Yes. So in the back, you can kind of see as there's a straight as there is like a little as there is like an empty area that goes straight back where you can see what looks to be a large spiral staircase and what looks to be a little box with somebody as it just as it looks as there's a guy in like a red coat and black pants and black shoes. He can't really he looks very much uh
Like Santa?
no, he doesn't look like Santa. He's very much Halay, and he looks very degraded. As if this is like the only job he could get, and being a Halay, he feels like he should be in some kind of higher position of power. Um, just like looking as if he's cranking some kind of lever to allow them to go up to allow people in this box to move up and down. As a group of like 3 Triton ladies walk out of this holding some kind of food and drink. They look like they're wearing like very businessy attire, at least for the time. They look very pompous and they look very governmental.
Oh, so they're probably scared of me. Never mind.
Why would they be scared of you?
Right.
I'm a sailor, and I don't think sailors have great reputations.
They don't know you. You haven't really been here as a merchant before. How are you supposed to know? You don't know that.
You're a
So
sailor with a rabbit at your side.
you're also a merchant, which are different than sailors.
That's true.
But you are wearing a very gay outfit right now.
You're thinking very modern net,
I
and I'm
know.
thinking very
I
like
know.
thick rope net.
I know. I was making a joke.
I think the joke is more true because I'm standing next to him
Right. Exactly. See, Biscuit gets it.
with a
I
whip
feel like
hanging
this would
from
be a
my belt.
normal thing that Tritons wear. Like they wear stuff to catch
They
fish
wear.
and carry stuff to catch fish.
They just wear normal cotton shirts. They're basically humans. They all like wear like regular like traditional puffy white clothes, like the pirate shirts. Like those are very common because those are just normal shirts. They're just normal white shirts.
Yeah, the only time they'd wear these other things is while they're living in their underwater city.
Right. Very true.
But we're not in an underwater city. We're in a capital city, and we're both wearing basically nothing. In comparison to what some of these other people are wearing, at least.
I've got
But you are
breeches
very
and coat.
confident, and that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, some people would say it would be scandalous just to show my ankles.
Anyway, so what do you guys want to do? You guys can either go up to this elevator, go up in this piratey time elevator, and go up the spiral staircase, which leads to the floor above, or you can go to the reception desk. Up to you.
Are there no signs around saying where all the stuff around is? It's just all unlabeled.
Well, I mean, there is like large lettering on the front that says there is like a large sign that says that says front desk on it. There's little like signs hanging from the top of the room that gives like aisle numbers with like a title of a genre of a book. So one says history, one says mechanics, one says a few different things. One says ancient tales, another says one says cooking on it. One's a big sign that says construction and restroom, and there's a little arrow next to the restroom sign indicating that it's down that hallway. There's a little sign on the side of the little box area, but you can't read it. And there is what looks to be a large posted sign that looks kind of similar to a map on the midpoint of the spiral staircase. As there is a little midpoint on it that kind of flattens out for like 5 to 10 feet and then continues to spiral back up.
Right.
I figure we just ask the elevator man. It'd probably be quicker than waiting in line at the reception desk. And he probably knows where license registration is.
Reasonable.
God. Okay. I promise we're doing the necessary stuff and then we can go do fun things. You don't even have to do this. You're just doing this because you want to. You don't even have to do this.
We don't have to do the rest of this, Biscuit, if you don't want to. I just pay the money and we're done.
I mean, there's nothing in particular for Dahlia here. If Nana Noken hadn't gone off on her own, I would have gone with her. But it just happened, and I was like, "Oh, I missed my opportunity."
I mean, you could have went. You could have said, "Hey, I go with her."
At the time, I was like I said, the processing bit. So I was like, "Oh, the separation's already happened. It's too late. Fuck."
It's
Anyway,
never
whatever.
too late,
It's
Biscuit.
fine.
It's never too late. Anyways, NT ways. Go up to the elevator. Standing there. Again, it's the Hale. You notice that he does as you walk, he gives a very like I don't give a shit about this job kind of look. As soon as until he notices you, and all of a sudden it switches to a very happy-go-lucky, very fake customer service smile. You know the one.
I know that. I know exactly the one. Excuse me, sir. Just a quick question. Do you happen to know where shipping license registration is? Is that upstairs?
Yes. Hell yes, of course. You can use me. However, it will be two $2.50. $2 coins for me to take you up to that floor, and of course $2 coins to take you down. But you want to go to the governmental side. That's on floor. As you can see, he has like a little roadmap of the different floors. And there are like so many. There's like do you guys want to know if you guys want to know exactly how many floors there are? Did you guys either make a perception or investigation or some kind of check for that? But there are just it's just an overwhelming amount.
So I need to be on the 4th floor.
What? I didn't say
I
that.
need to the governmental side. 3rd then?
Yeah,
I forget which one.
he's looking. No, he's looking. He's like looking through it. He didn't tell you which one. He's looking through the large amount of floors to see exactly what floor you need to go to. I just asked if you wanted to know how many floors there are exactly.
Yes.
Yep. So
I'm curious.
I need a perception or an investigation check from you. I'll even take an insight check.
That's not what I meant to do. Close my character sheet. I need that.
Uh-oh.
Okay. +4. Here we go. Hey, 18 plus 4, 22 on insight.
There are there are just so many that you just decide, okay, it ends there, so you just look at it. Instead of looking at all of the floors individually to count them, you just glance over, you just try and look for the end, and you just look at it, and you see the last floor on there is 482.
Oh.
As he's like going through.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is like huge. Like I said, this is a huge building.
Oh, sure. The Empire State seen as York for
Right,
miles.
every important governmental function happens in this one building. This is the center of Aberos. So yes, it's the library, but it's also the tax office, the government office, the jail. It's not necessarily the jail, but it's it's the prison. It's the
So
store.
this is
It's
where
like
it's going to take place.
it's what? It's where what's going to take place?
Did nobody hear that?
No.
No, just the latter end.
I asked, is this where 9/11 is going to take place?
Oh,
No.
jeez. It's
No.
recording, man.
It can't happen. There's only
It
one
don't
power
matter.
here.
This is for our personal thing, so it doesn't even matter if it's recording or not. Also, this
Well,
only
yes,
has
but
six.
we can laugh at it later.
It's a 9/11 joke. Everybody laughs at those.
That is true. That is true. Anyways, anyways, moving forward. Yes, he noticed as he finally catches it. Floor 243. As he starts to as he moves the dial. As you notice, each dial has a little teeny tiny floor number on the side for you to see, which you assume is also on the top as he cranes it as it stops directly on the floor 283. As all of a sudden you feel like a weird jolt that you've never really felt before, and you feel a weird feeling of being forced down but still moving up regardless.
Bro just opened the Stargate.
Can you guys make me a Constitution save?
Oh no.
It's not going super fast, but this is the first time you've ever experienced anything like this. So I just want to make a roll to check and see if you get motion sick, because this is a feeling like if you've never been on an elevator before, like it's a very jarring experience.
Oh, that's a natural 20, bud. For
You
a
are
total of
perfectly
23.
fine.
I got a nat 7 plus 6 though, so 13.
Oh
You
yeah,
are
I'm
feeling a
used to
bit
all kinds of
queasy, but
motion.
not much. Like you're feeling queasy to the point like you need to eat some food and then you'll be fine. That kind of almost sick kind of feeling, but it's really you're hungry. But you feel it as you feel like kind of like shaky a little bit. But it's actually quite quick as it only takes you guys about maybe a minute and a half to reach this floor. Which it would have taken you a lot longer to walk up those stairs.
Indeed. Once you said I needed floor 200, and so, oh no, the elevator is the only option.
It's not the only option, as the stairs would probably have some kind of mechanism to get you up there quickly.
Like those Harry Potter moving stairs where it rolls
Kind of.
like a wave up
No,
the
no, 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 no,
staircase.
no, no, no.
Right, yeah,
Doctor
kinda.
Who's stairs, they're bigger on the outside.
That makes my head hurt.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but they're taller on the outside.
I get that it's a TARDIS joke, but I don't.
Oh no,
it
it's not
really
specifically
makes-
the TARDIS. The first Clara episode, the TARDIS is on a cloud and there are stairs to go up there, and then when you go up, you're like, oh Jesus, I've gone up very quickly. It's because the inside is shorter than the outside.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. He's right.
Interesting.
Yeah, it makes sense if there
Time,
were walls.
space.
The fact that it was open is like, how do you not notice you've suddenly gone into the clouds?
There is no you notice that there is no door, so as soon as you guys enter the area that you guys are supposed to floor, it's just kind of open.
Sure do like their open plan designs in this building, don't they?
As you just see a bunch of people, like as you enter the top line, as you enter your floor, you just see people just waiting in a line. You see like several people in lines at like different kiosks, waiting to go to assuming to go to different places. At the top, you see a sign. You see a sign that says, You see the sign. You see a sign that looks very empty, with only like 4 people who look very much like fishermen standing in it, saying docking licenses and trades.
Well, that's where I need to be, but I do agree. Quite the architects they must have too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Onwards to the queue.
all right. So I'm just waiting to see if you guys like respond or what
I
happens.
didn't have a retort. I was like, yeah, architects. I can't make a UN out of this.
See, the world is really cool. I just don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to interact with all of it.
You are. That's literally the whole point of this. Literally,
Dahlia is a
whole
word
Check out the gift
twister. If
shop.
there aren't words to twist, I can't think of what she would say.
There's
Well,
probably
look at
some
how
kind of
wide
vendors.
open this- Look at how wide open this corridor is. Reminds me of myself.
See how is Seth doing a better job at being your character than you are, Biscuit?
Because I am both mentally and headachy ill. Continue.
Aren't we all mentally ill, Biscuit?
Bro, I'm
Also-
especially mentally ill. Like in the scheduling, when you were like, "Oh yes, boys, it's the femboyification of biscuit," my response was just like, "Oh yeah, you're implying that hasn't already happened." Of course, I'm mentally unwell,
God.
and now that's on recording.
Oh dear Lord.
So yes, anyone who hears this recording will completely understand that they will be completely free to pound my pussy.
Jesus.
Oh, biscuit. Oh,
All right, I'm going.
damn.
Seven with you lads.
Dear
Come
Lord.
UK. Wait, what?
You challenged me to get myself back, and I did it. I took it.
Dear Lord, Biscuit. Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, you guys get your license. You good up there? He very much looks like a DMV. Like he doesn't want to be there. Like he hates his job. The basic stuff.
Mm-hmm. The I work at the DMV resting just acceptance face.
Pretty much, yes.
Like,
Also, Matt, I think you're gonna like this mini that I'm making right now.
intriguing. And how much is that going to be, by the way?
How much is what gonna be? Oh yes.
License.
I forgot. Sorry, I got off. See, even I get off track sometimes, Biscuit. Yeah, for your he gives you several different options for the Aberos one. It's gonna be for the Aberos license, it's gonna be about 2 gold doubloons. But for the ultimate, it's gonna be about 25 gold doubloons.
Okay.
But they offer for the lowest one, which is 3 months. There's a 50 for 6 months, and then there's a 200 for a year, and then a 400 for 2 years.
Hmm.
So you have a little bit of options.
God, I've been called out. I think actually I might just go with like the gold card and get the. Do I want the gold card or the platinum card? I'm either looking at like the year or the 2 years.
The 2 years would cover the whole technically in time journey of the party's group, which I'm sure it's going to be more than 2 years in game, but at least for your contract is 2 years.
And
Just,
maybe
but
we
it's
all hang out.
Yeah, and it's like for all of them too. So
All
it's
right, sure.
not.
Let's go with the platinum card. That'd be 400, right, for 2
Yep.
years.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna be subtracting that from my grand total. Wicked.
Pussy kick it. Anyways,
Oh. Laughter both cures headaches and makes them worse. It's such a wonderful, wonderful paradox.
what happens?
Oh,
Talking about with us?
just said that laughter both cures and makes headaches worse. It's great, isn't it?
Right. All right. Oh, shit. Anyways, yes. You grab your thing. You go down the stairs. You pay the man. So you need to. Are you going to go down the stairs? Are you going to try the stairs this time, or just elevator again?
Oh no, elevator. I guess.
So subtract $2.50.
Well, I was just gonna tip the man a full gold doubloon because I'm
Awesome.
feeling nice today.
Awesome. Cool. He looks. As you do that, he like looks at you. He looks you up and down, looks at your outfit, and like just like passes you passes you a piece of bark with something. He passes you like a little piece of it bark, like 2 pieces of bark with something in between it.
I'll just pocket it real quick, examine it at where there's less prying eyes. Seems like he's being kind of discreet.
He is very very discreet. He like gives you a wink as you guys walk off. Do you not know what just happened? So you don't know
No,
what just happened.
not really. No.
Did he just give you his number?
We'll see. We'll see.
Who knows? Maybe we'll forward it to Milty.
God.
Apparently, Nathan is a good-looking motherfucker.
I
God.
just have like
God.
an 18 in charisma and constitution, so I'd say he's pretty fine looking. Yeah.
It's not only that; it's just his outfit and where he's at in the setting. It's very
like
attention. It's like something that it's basically he's basically wearing something that that Milton would wear.
Oh, poor Milton. He's so corrupted from the original inspiration.
Whose fault is that, Biscuit? Yours.
Yours.
No, it's not, Biscuit. It's yours.
It's our fault, comrades.
God.
I was
Nah.
about to say, you are denying the togetherness of this creation.
God. Okay. Anyways. Anyway, moving on. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Nada has finished up. As you guys exit, you hear a large ding dong as all of the stuff as the large clock on top of this incredibly large building, which has a clock tower on top of it. goes off, filling the entire area with a large ding dong sound, letting you know that it is no longer 8 o'clock and is now 9 o'clock.
Ah, yes, large Benjamin.
As you're walking out of the alleyway, you hear those large ding dong sound on this large, like clock tower ringing chime sound. Ugh. Nada, so what do you do? What do you do now?
I'm gonna look for the Sam's Bakery run by the two Nicks.
By the two Nicks. Ha! Yes. One of them always lies, and one of them always tells the truth. Which one's which? Who knows? Ah, yes. As for saying, yeah, go ahead and roll me let's switch it up. Let's not do investigation or perception. Let's do an insight check, as there are several bakeries along this place. Giving the air a nice cinnamony and bread smell to the street. As if some of their jobs are literally just to fragrant the area to make it smell nice. That's how many there are.
Okay, and you said I am making an insight check this time.
Yes. As they all look pretty much the same.
Isaac's just gonna start doing everything he can to
Alright,
use wisdom checks instead.
I got a natural
Yeah.
19.
And insight's
plus
not a wisdom, is it?
I don't
Oh
think
wait, you're
so.
right, it is. Nice. You already know wisdom is like the most like mindy kind of check, right? It's like it has to do more with your mind than intelligence.
I know, but
It's
because we always dump it, you're like, okay, I'm gonna put it everywhere so that when
I
one of them
don't
tries,
actually.
they
I
come
don't
back.
do that on purpose.
That's
Just so you
actually,
know,
I feel like it's our fault. I feel like we do that on purpose.
kind of, yeah. It's not
I mean,
my
I'm
fault.
a walking, talking wisdom check.
Which is hilarious.
See, Nathan is set up here to walk into a few banisters before he wisens up. Whatever form those banisters take, that's
What did
yet
you
to be
roll,
decided.
Sal?
I rolled a 21. I said it a minute ago.
21. So using your power of insight, you notice that the reason why a lot of these shops look the same is because they are. As you see as you see that this is very much a chain, and figuring out which one is which, may take a little bit more time than expected. As there's four of these Sam Brother bakeries on the same street from where you're standing. They're not all the bakeries, but you see at least 4 from where you're standing right now.
Okay, is there anybody nearby that I can ask, hey, which one of these places is run by Nick?
There's people everywhere. There's people all around you. You can make an investigation check to see if there's anybody specifically holding any kind of bread or baked item.
I'm just gonna ask one of the people coming out of the shop. Excuse me, is this Sam's owned by a man named Nick, or 2 men named Nick? And you said an investigation?
No, I wouldn't do investigation for this one because you're interacting with somebody, so you can choose between persuasion, performance, intimidation, and deception. You can choose which role you want to do for these, and I will be very intrigued to see how you role play that, depending on the one that you choose.
Okay, so you said anything in the charisma thing.
Right. You can do
Okay,
any kind of you can do any kind of check that makes sense for interacting with a human with a person with a sentient being. Ooh.
Alright, that's persuasion then, because I get +1s for all of them. So.
Okay.
13.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. How do you please role play how you use the power of persuasion to get the information you are seeking, my friend?
I stop somebody on their way out, and I ask them, excuse me, do you happen to know the owner of the store's name? If it happens to be Nick?
Oh, I. Yes, of course. Shops here aren't really openable. As you see, their whole purpose is to kind of, make the area smell nice. The Sam's Brothers Bakery is down there ways. It's the 4, 3, 6, 7, 8, ninth building down. I should know. I was just there.
Alrighty, well.
Yes, she as you go, the elder, she is kind of like an older lady, like she's in like her in our equivalent, she's in like her mid-50s to early 60s.
Okay.
She's very she's not quite she's one of the and she is one of the otter people, so her fur is starting to gray out and stuff. It's not real, and her fur is a lot lighter than the gentleman sitting at the docking port desk area.
Okay.
She's just like she is holding like 4 things of baguettes and like 2 and like 5 bags.
Alright, go down to the 9th building then, that she told me the place is at.
Also, please roll me a random encounter. Please roll me a d12, please. For a random encounter.
Let us see what happens.
Interesting. How do things work out?
Okay. It didn't respond.
Damn.
Hey,
Big L.
it's so me over.
Again, if you need to, you can do a physical roll.
Okay, I got an 8.
An 8?
Yes.
What were you rolling for again? Ah, random encounter. Gotcha. Sorry. It took me a second. As all of a sudden you feel a large presence shadow over you. As you feel a cold, bony hand on your shoulder and clanking in your right ear. Excuse me, miss.
She whips around and like gets ready to hit whoever the fuck is behind her.
Are you gonna actually hit them? Are you gonna actually like hit them?
No, it's just
roll.
like when you whip around really fast because somebody scared the shit out of you, and it's like your reflex is to punch them, but you don't actually punch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want you to. Can you please go ahead and roll me a d4, please? And then can you add your strength modifier onto that? Onto the total?
Well, yeah, but I wasn't really hitting.
I know you weren't hitting.
I feel like there's going to be a roll to see if it accidentally hits somehow.
It's not.
Okay, 4 total.
4 plus, and that's including your strength mod.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. As all of a sudden, as you whip around, and like the force you exert causes a little gust of wind. As all of a sudden you just see a very fragile old man who looks like he's been homeless for like 20 years all of a sudden fall down. As if the force of you turning around pushed him over.
Can I catch him before he falls?
Sure, you can roll. Sure, you can try and catch him. You can roll an acrobatic or athletics check for that.
Okay, I think since I'm a monk, I can use a key point to like do stuff like that. Hang on, let me.
But if you want to waste a key point, You can definitely do that. Who knows?
I'm not wasting a key point, really. I'm not necessarily in combat.
Right,
And
but the key points only regenerate I think it's every long rest or every short rest, depending on your subclass.
let me see what we can do here. Fucking key. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. So I can use the dash as a bonus action. So with a key point, or take the dodge action. So I want to say, like, can I just use a key point to give myself advantage on catching him, or something like that? Since
If you want to use a key point for that, you're more than welcome to. But
I
that's
mean, yeah,
your key point.
I have 2 key points, so I'm good.
That's half your key point. So if you get in combat, you're not going to be able to use it.
That's all right. I have
Alright.
spells for that exact reason.
Cool. Sounds good to me, my friend. Sounds good to me. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so and this is an acrobatics check, you said?
And acrobatics or athletics, it all depends on how you want to catch him.
Okay, I feel like it'd be more acrobatic because she's more acrobatic than strong.
He's more performing. Wandering to them all.
What? Where'd that come from?
Okay, do I catch him with an 18?
Yes, you do. Although he does bruise extremely easily, and so he takes 4 points of damage. Dime.
I'm terribly sorry. You scared me. I get caught off guard very easily.
Ow, that hurt.
Well,
I was
that
trying
was
to ask
him.
you for. I was just trying to ask if you had a copper piece, dear. I didn't mean to scare you.
She goes in her coin purse and sees only the 2 pearls. And she looks at the man and just kind of like frowns, like a I feel bad for you kind of a frown. And then she looks back in her pouch at the pearls. She takes one out and she says, "Here, I don't think I'll be needing this."
Are you serious? Are you really serious, dear?
Of course, a man like you could find far more use for it.
Why, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As all of a sudden he goes from an old man into a young 20-something, as he just like begins to walk away from you.
Okay, I use a key point to I'm gonna knock him out now. After I watch him transform, I'm gonna make an attack roll and knock him the fuck out.
Alright, go ahead and roll the hit.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure I hit him quick enough to where he doesn't get the chance to transform back into an old man.
Sure, you can.
Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does, because he is moving, it does not hit, unfortunately. As you attempt to make this, what kind of attack were you wanting to make?
Like, jump up and kick him in the head.
As you attempt to jump up and kick him in the head, you end up kicking a random lady walking by, as he begins to sprint off and run away.
Okay, can I shoot him?
Can you do what now?
Can I shoot him with something?
This is a very crowded area, so it would count as partial cover. But you can try.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him
Remember,
with.
partial
Oh,
remember,
Jesus, how
partial
many
cover is a partial cover
Oh, the
is
poor captain.
gives you disadvantage.
All right. Well, I am going to throw a conjured fire at him, or a produced flame fireball at him. So it's just a D8.
Okay, Ray, please roll the hit with disadvantage.
Okay. The first one is a natural 20 plus
No
4.
freaking way.
Yes,
No
fucking way.
way. Okay,
And
what's
the second one is 15.
Okay, first one hits, the second one also hits. As all because those are dex save. Is that a dex save because it's a fireball?
No,
Usually
it's
they
just
are.
a spell attack. It's a ranged attack spell.
Okay, gotcha. As you go, and then as you just hit them, and as the fireball goes through the crowd, setting several people on fire as they run out of the way. It moves so fast it hits him in the back of the head as he falls down and starts to roll and scream. Starts to like fall down to his knees as the second one falls and hits him in the back. As the first one hits him in his head, as all of a sudden, person is there. He starts to roll and scream for a second, and then all of a sudden, he just turns to ash. As let me roll for this. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 people in between you and them are setting fire, starting to run around in panic. Setting more people on fire. Can you make me a contested strength check? Construct a contested strength saving throw, please.
Me?
Yes, you. You're the only one doing anything right now.
Alrighty, well.
Dear Lord.
A strength saving throw, you say?
Yeah.
Damn.
You need to beat a 17.
Well, if my phone will
fuck
let me
did you
type
just
in
send me?
What's up?
I don't know how to process it. Please carry on.
Okay, so my phone isn't letting me type. Give me just a minute.
You can use regular dice. I remember I told you that.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna use my regular dice. My phone's on fucking crack right now.
Like you want to be. Well, I shouldn't say that like your character wants to be.
No, she just wants to sell it, not
Ah.
do it.
Mm.
Okay, I assume an 8 does not pass.
It does not. As all of a sudden you just feel as you were just slammed on the ground, your arms forced behind you, and you feel a tight squeeze on your wrist.
Can I wild shape into a rat?
You need please make me an Arcana check for that.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
All right.
As you hear a voice from behind you, from on top of you, are under arrest.
Okay, so the first one is a 19.
All right.
The second one fell off my thing. So give me just a second.
You are under arrest for arson, attempted murder, and endangerment of public property.
He stole $1,000 from me. The second one was a 15.
Pearls are a million gold coins, by the way, and gold doubloons.
He stole a pearl from me. And then she either transforms or does not transform. If a 15
So what did
passes.
you roll? A 15?
A 15. Yeah.
Dude. You're one away, man. You're one away. as he like live as you try and transform yourself into as the magical power surges through you as the ember burns with a hot intense brightness, and all of a sudden you feel nothing. Whatever kind of thing he put on you is preventing you from using magic.
I gesture over to the burning corpse and I say, "Look through it! Look through it right now! You'll find a pearl, I guarantee you! That pearl belongs to me and he stole it!"
Yeah, we hear that all the time. Come
Can I
on, junkie, as he lifts you up and like literally is holding you by your is like as your arm, he's like literally lifting you up and put you under his shoulder like you know how some people do with their babies, and like hold, and so like you're like sitting like long ways in between the gap of his arm and his body.
Okay.
And he's walk as he begins to walk you down the as him and two other guardsmen starts to walk behind you, as all of a sudden as all as all of a sudden you yeah, hold on. Yeah, I cannot speak today. Jesus Christ, man. As all of a sudden you hear as as the guard goes as the two guards on either side of you go, the other guard looks behind him, and as soon as he looks behind him, you see Woods there with what looks to be a glass, what looks to be some kind of wine bottle made of metal. As it like makes as it's making that noise as it's banging into their head, as he falls backwards, leaving you permanently standing. As Woods gestures, as you guys as he like gestures and starts running through the crowd, as the guards that are posted up randomly start to see what happened, and start to run towards you guys.
I run into the crowd, towards where my pearl was dropped into the
That's the
ashes.
opposite. That's where the guards are coming from. They're coming from that area, so you're gonna have to run through guards to get it.
Okay, yeah,
While
I'm gonna run through I'm gonna run through there and act like I'm a part of the pandemonium, like I'm just a random
Okay.
person reacting.
roll the set. Give me a second. I need you to roll me a performance check, and then I need you to roll me a deception check after that.
Okay. For that
As you go,
performance, I got in 11
11 for which roll?
for the performance.
You're kind of believable, but not like it. Like if anybody's paying attention to you, it's clearly not. You're clearly acting, but from afar, they're not. Which they are paying attention to you. It's not really quite believable, but it's believable enough that if you lose their line of sight, that you could feasibly escape.
Okay, so now I'm gonna roll my deception.
Yes, go ahead and roll deception. This is to see if you get lost in the crowds.
Okay, I got a 4, so I'm probably lost in the crowd now.
You got a 4 for deception,
Yeah.
my friend. Uh, dude, yeah. So a 4 does not lose you in the crowd, my friend. A 4 is bad.
Oh no.
Okay.
Only you'd have Dahlia Devois with you.
Yeah. As the guards continue to chase you, I need you to go. You can. This is. We're gonna do a little thing. I'm gonna cut back to them real fast. And then while you're doing that, I want you to look through your stats and decide whether or not you want to make a survival, an athletics, or an acrobatics check. To kind of make your way through the crowd to pick up your pearl. Uh, avoid the guards and make it towards the area in which you know you're supposed to be going.
Okay.
As meanwhile, as you guys step out of the as you guys are stepping out of the area, you notice and you're finally getting a chance to bring things back into perspective. You notice that people are running around in panic and like something terrible just happened, like people are being murdered or something like that. As you come down this, as you reach the bottom of the staircase, what do you guys do? Biscuit, Matt,
Oh
hello?
shit, my mic was muted. My bad.
Yeah, I thought he was saying something. I was fully convinced the captain was going to speak, and then he didn't. And I was like,
Nathan would look about the street slightly concernedly for a moment, but then onwards. I've got a delivery to make.
Yeah.
You don't want to see what's going on over there? Seems like it might be some could find something fun to do over there. Certainly seems more interesting than whatever we're doing here.
And after a moment of thought, he's convinced. All right, let's go.
Oh, good. I didn't even have to use suggestion.
The shop's not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
On to find out what's all the ruckus.
So as you yeah. So as you guys are kind of like trying are you guys gonna do investigation? What kind of role do you guys want to make for that?
I don't know, because I don't. Oh God. So it's investigation or perception, right?
Right.
Well, I have to be perception because I'm not good at investigating, and also I have to see if I can even see past people, since most of them are probably taller than me. 9.
9?
I think I'm gonna
9.
go
Das ist,
perception
das
as
ist
well.
nicht gut. Das ist sehr nicht gut.
9, das ist scheiße.
Oh. That and counting is about all I can still do in German.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch, das Schmulen. I don't even think I say that right. My perception's +7. But, bruh,
What'd you get?
nothing. It was a roll of shame because I did not do it right.
Oh, why would you do it left? That's such.
I got a natural 4 plus 7, 11. 7, 11.
Hey! Oh, you just reminded me how 2 really funny videos I watched both had time of 9/11.
I love 9/11.
God.
I sure do like kicking the piss out of the Middle East over it.
Damn right.
Yeah, what do we see with our 9 and 11?
You don't really see much. You see a few people running towards that are in fact on fire. And then you do see some people rowing as all of a sudden Woods actually runs into you and starts like flailing his arms and going
Is he trying to get us to follow him?
Here's a shot in the dark. Would I be able to communicate with Woods with thieves can't?
That's a written language.
No, not always.
He's not really speaking any kind of language. Actually, he might be because if he is speaking some kind of language, it's really only something that like a really drunk person or like somebody on drugs could understand.
Well, thieves' cant is kind of like I always took it as kind of like a subliminal, like motions and type, like specific words maybe. Wait a minute. Wasn't Nada with you?
He
Yeah.
like he he starts to shake his head. Yes.
You wanting us to follow you?
He shakes his head and then does like I don't know kind of motion.
Don't tell me
Wait.
Nada caused all this trouble.
As he shrugs, he like pulls down his shoulders like he's disappointed, puts down his head and shakes it up and down.
Oh
Well,
no.
certainly seems like if we want to get her back on the ship when it's time to leave, we need to go figure out what's going on. Besides, you're the captain. That makes you responsible for the crew, don't it?
Yes, it does. They're going to want to talk to me.
Right.
We should probably go sort this out then.
Alrighty. So, Seth, what kind of roll did you make?
Well,
And
I'm going
or
to
did you
make a
decide to?
survival roll
Okay,
right now.
very well.
Oh,
Interesting.
Oh,
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
So I assume a 6 doesn't pass.
Um. Well, you get to make. Well, I need you to make a total of 3.
All right, the second one is a 9. And the third one is a 21.
The 21.
Yes.
Sorry, what was the first one? Sorry, what was the second one?
First one was 6, second one was 9, third one was 21.
God. Okay. 6. As you as you're jumping, so you already made a survival check. So what are the other 2? So the first
Oh,
one
I
is a survival check.
supposed to be survival checks as well. My bad.
Oh no! You can't. So this is something. So you can't use a survival check for all 3. You can either choose between a dexterity save, an acrobatics, or an athletics for the other 2.
Well, that would have been better to know before I rolled them, but I will re-roll them now.
No, you don't have to re-roll them. You can just take the value and add your modifiers to them. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Give me a second here then. All right, so the survival roll is 6. All right, and then 5 plus. Jesus Christ, my phone. Okay. What'd you say the other ones were?
You can either choose between a dexterity save, a athletics, or an acrobatics.
Okay, then I'm gonna do acrobatics, and athletics, or not, and then dexterity, or you know what I mean. Fucking okay. So the athletics would be 8, and then the dex, or not the athletics, the acrobatics. Fuck, I'm sorry.
You're good.
oh, God damn it.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just my brain just decided to bring back Bowlifornia girls.
Haha, funny.
Okay,
So,
there's an accurate reading of my rolls right there.
Okay. Where's right there?
In the dice channel, my bad.
Gotcha. 8 and 20. Gotcha. So what are the other two?
That's what it was.
Well, I know, but I'm saying what other things did you choose?
The survival, then acrobatics, which is the second one, and then
Gotcha.
dexterity, which is the third one.
Okay, because acrobatics and athletics both start with A's. That's the only reason I was asking.
I know. My bad. I should have specified a little better.
No, you're okay. No, you're fine, man. You're perfectly good. I just wanted to make sure you sound a little bit upset.
well, of course he's upset. Look at what his rolls spell. It spells
Yeah,
sad.
I got stolen from for being a good person, and now the entire town is after me. So
not the entire town. It's just a clear misunderstanding.
right, that
That's
they're
all.
not gonna listen to me for. So I'm either
Well,
gonna
they
kill.
will. They're not gonna kill you. This is a duke ship, man. They're not gonna kill you. But what they are gonna do is take you down to the station, do the judicial process, and then make a decision on whether or not you're guilty.
Oh, see, if they just threw me in jail immediately, I thought they were just gonna throw me in jail immediately. No trial, no due process, no nothing.
No, bro, that's not how things work, bro.
I was going to actually
Anyway,
get charged for resisting arrest now.
well, yes, on top of his other on top of her other 4 charges, yeah.
Well,
Pretty
she
much.
was literally
If she
just
gets
gonna grab the pearl and then turn herself in.
yes. So as you run, so what are you two guys doing?
We were headed for the center of the thing. Like, Nada's gotten into some mischief. We've got to go find her. So
Okay,
we're
Yeah,
gotcha.
just
probably
can't be good.
following Free.
Following. Called true. Following 3D. Got you. Yeah. As you guys are running through the streets, I need you guys to make you guys can make me a collective survival check or survival save if you'd like. Meaning you can add yours all together, or you can have Woods make it for you. Up to you, my friends. Up to you.
I
You
don't
know
Woods
what?
be good.
I'm gonna put my money on Woods. I got money on him.
Okay.
If he fails, that
roll
means
it.
you pay me.
Hey, you what? I already am.
Yeah, what?
Hmm.
14.
Plus 3,
Yes.
that's better than my survival. So, hey, money was on Woods. That's, hey.
You guys,
Hey.
Woods having just navigated this hectic chaos is able to make it through pretty easily, guiding you and holding as he holds the captain's hand and gestures for the captain to hold Dahlia's hand as he leads you through the crowd. Do you guys humor Woods or what?
Yes. On we go.
Yes. He
I see
pulls
no
you
reason
through.
not to take the hand of a strong man.
Seriously. See, okay, now I can tell you're feeling better now, Biscuit.
Oh, I'm not feeling better, but I'm acting better.
Fake it till you make it, my friend. Fake it till you make it.
No. Maybe.
Yes, meanwhile, you run as Nada runs. She two guards come up along her, blocking her way to the ashes as she's able and she is barely nearly grabbed as she slides in between them. Survivor one of them turns around and starts to bring down their mace onto where her head would be while picking up the pearl. She manages to pick it up, slide through the ashes, pick it up between her fingers, and narrowly miss the mace to the head as she's able to get up and run uh, run around using some drop using the using the body of somebody who was pushed down is on his knees. She jumps she grabs his shoulders, jumps on him, does a cool front flip, a double front flip, lands on her feet, and in front of two additional guards as she runs in between as they reach down to grab her. She runs in between them, eventually losing them in the crowd. As all of a sudden, as you guys run through this crowd, as Nathan and Dahlia run through the crowd holding the hand of Woods, you guys reach a center point as you run into Dahlia. What do you guys do?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you what happened. So just ask Woods.
Well, I'd suggest we get somewhere quiet first before talking.
Yes, we should get back to the ship. I'll yell at you all in a minute. Not you, Dahlia, or Woods. I guess you two probably didn't.
I've certainly not done
I'm yelling
anything
at
yet.
someone.
I've certainly not done anything yet.
Rest assured, today will be the last time I try to be a good person. And it will be the last time I give a homeless man $1. The next time I'll just punch him.
Maybe I ought to hear you out before I yell at you.
Anyways, as you guys see, as you guys catch a glimmer of a sparkle in the peripheral of your eye, you see Lady Beatrice's boutique calling you inwards.
Because that's where the story objective is. We can go there. That would be a good place out of the crowd.
Yes, indeed.
You don't
Yeah,
have
a
to go
good place.
nowhere.
A good place to get a disguise. I imagine I'm probably a fugitive now. Even though it was a misunderstanding. Trust me, I will explain.
You certainly wouldn't be the first fugitive I've met who worked aboard a ship. Hard to find you there.
Yes, but have you ever had a fugitive as your head of security? I feel like that'd be kind of, well...
I mean, it makes
Let's
a lot of sense
say-
to me. They're the kind of people who'd know exactly what to look for.
Exactly. You know, Dahlia, you're not too bad, now that I think.
You're not too bad yourself, sweetheart.
Don't test your luck.
Winks.
Don't test
So-
your luck.
So we shall exchange pleasantries as we step into the boutique.
Yes, pleasantries. Tall is Nada, because they're halfling, right?
Nada is a
Or
gnome.
Well,
No.
they're small. How tall?
Like 4 foot tall, about.
Oh, you're only 11 inches shorter than me. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so she's short, but she's not like terribly short.
Less than a 30-centimeter ruler. Shorter than me.
Did bro just
Yeah,
say
about it.
centimeter?
What?
I said, did bro just say centimeter? Ruler?
Well, they all
The
have a
point is,
centimeter
I have a
size.
frame of reference because I have a good old 30-centimeter ruler here.
But by the way, Nada takes that black pearl that was stolen from her, and she I want to say she puts it in a very like special section of her bat, like an empty pouch that hadn't been used until now. She has a use for it. She's gonna use that black pearl as a reminder not to trust people.
Bro's gonna
Until
use the money
Dahlia
as a.
steals it, of course.
Oh yes, and if somebody steals it, she's going to kill them and then steal it back from them.
You couldn't kill me if you tried. Anyway, we're in the shop.
Aye,
Yes,
we step in. I'll have my license in me hand, and I assume it's got me name and stuff on it.
Right. Well, speaking of that, as you guys try to enter, even though there's pandemonium going on outside, a bouncer is still guarding the door and stops you from entering, or attempts to stop you from entering. How can I help you?
I would present the merchant license out in front of me and show it to him. Greetings, sir. I'm here to make a delivery. I have furs from Lumbus.
Numbers. Let me see that. He grabs your trading license. Looks legit. You may enter. As you as you enter inside, I did a thing where I painted metal paint onto my black knife, so now it has silver and bronze random spots on it.
Okay.
Anyways, sorry, just wanted to share the cool thing I did.
Look, one day I'll have a Slaneshi army and you will lose.
But my minis will
Until
look better than you.
Until I break out the Cornate army and everybody loses.
Doesn't matter. My
You know
minis will still look
exactly what
better
my army's going to do with those chain axes.
Oh,
Okay. Meanwhile, back on topic.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
you're not gonna be able to do shit against all that right there. Let me just tell you. You're not gonna do shit.
We're in a tailor's shop. We don't need those.
I got shit that ain't even built
See
yet.
how luscious, beautiful. As you see a large amount of just coats and other things. Luscious, luscious clothing, women and suits. For dresses for women and suits. One that looks like one that makes you look like a peacock, and one that makes you look elegant, barely wearing anything. Just behind it with a very warm candle lighting. To make you feel as if the whole point of it is to make you feel warm, invited, and welcome. Um, with velvet ropes, with velvet curtains separating certain parts of the shop to give it kind of a more boxy kind of area. It feels more like a display than it does any kind of what is it? What's it called? Feels like a display more than it does any kind of actual store.
Just walks into a bloody museum.
And
Almost.
meanwhile, I'm wearing a
does,
net.
Yes. As you guys can hear some rustling in the background. Put way too much black in this. Fuck. Supposed to be a
Wait,
brown. Damn.
so it's like we haven't seen any people yet.
No, but you definitely can hear. You can definitely hear some working, some working and stuff going on in the background, as if somebody is here doing something, and you hear like someone's trying to it sounds like somebody is actively working very hard to accomplish something.
We got delivery here for Lady Beatrice.
Ah, 1 second. Sudden, coming from a corner, coming from behind a corner, sorry, you see a very short a very short lady. She looks kind of similar to how Nadia looks, but very quite different. She looks more humanoid in stature than Nadia does, and is quite taller. She is. Hold on, give me one second. Okay.
I love how you've just become Nadia instead of Nada. It's great.
Yeah, I was about
Am
to
I saying
say
it wrong? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it wrong.
it's nada as in like nothing, not Nadia as in the Spanish name.
Gotcha. Sorry about that.
You're good.
I blame me.
Yes. To be fair, Biscuit did kind of start that.
Oh, yeah, I didn't start calling you Nadia. Nadia. It's because Dahlia as well.
Very true.
But just similar, that's all.
Yes.
Oh,
Besides, Nadia rolls far better than Nada.
That's also true.
You know, you can just call me whatever you want, to be honest with you. As long as it's no association with my ancestors, it's okay.
Alright, sugar tits.
Oh God.
No, not actually.
My goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious, I sure do love being. I don't know the
I-
words.
And
Promiscuous.
anyway, meanwhile,
Promiscuous.
anyways, let's get back on topic, you guys.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We're good. We're having fun.
I just had to fix my hair real quick.
Sitting behind her, does anybody? It is unlike anything you've seen before. She definitely looks like someone from a different from a different world, different continent. Oh, and in fact, she is a halfling.
Ah,
You don't know this, of course, but I'm just telling you out of character so you can kind of get like a better mental picture of what she looks like. You know.
yes.
Man, really is such a small.
What do you mean? How so?
Joke was both we're seeing lots of exotic races in one place, and also me, Nada, and this lady are all small.
Yes.
I don't know.
What's up?
How tall are Tritons? They're shorter than humans, but they're
No,
like
they're not.
taller than gnomes, right?
No, they're like the average. They're like the same height as humans. They're like
Oh.
5, 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
Which
like
is what-
Atlanteans, basically.
Right.
they're basically
Yeah.
just people but blue.
Right.
Aliens?
And with gills. They're
You
basically
fucking
like people with,
Sandy.
right. They're basically like people but blue. With gills. They
Yes. Okay.
ooh,
But I'm still hung up on the fact that I was called an alien.
Actually, they are slightly
You were
shorter than
called a what?
humans, according to Volo's Guide to Monsters, averaging 5 feet tall.
Yeah, I personally see it as like more of a 5 to 6 foot, like because you are the human analogs in this setting right now.
And that's
So
why
I
I
figure he's
specified
just like
according to Volo's.
average height, like 5'10" or something.
Yes, that is average height. So that is correct indeed.
I sound like a foot taller than. Okay.
Yes.
Taller than me.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. You're supposed to be
No,
kind
it's
of
great.
tall. Right. Uh,
I'm the captain.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
supposed to be tall and everybody's supposed to be afraid of me, but that's not going so well.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'm certainly not afraid of you, darling.
oh dear lord. Anyways, yeah.
You're
You
not
see a
in that
very
getup.
short woman. She looks very old, as if she's on like the latter half of her life. She has very large. She has very bright makeup, being green and yellow and blue. With eyeshadow. Her hair is up and curly, like those old timey English wig kind of things, but it's actually legitimately hair rather than um rather than anything that would like rather than any kind of wig or anything like that. Oof. Her gotcha. Give me 1 second, I'm sorry. I'm looking over my notes of what she looks like. She gives almost like a grandma kind of aesthetic. But she's in this very luxurious fur coat that's like super puffy. That's like that gives with a rim that gives her like two times uh making the top of her very wide. With it being like a mixture between like a where one half of her body like her coat it's like a leopard. It's like a underneath hiding what would be a very fit black dress with a bunch of pins, like a little ball with a bunch of pins in it, some threads, some needles, some scissors, some shears, some stuff, a bunch of like just like tailoring stuff, like a lot of things to help and adjust her outfit to help her adjust outfits. Um, as she comes like waddling over to you. Oh, hello there, darlings. How may I help you?
Greetings, Lady Beatrice, and good day. I am Captain Nathan O'Rafferty from Lumbus. I have a shipment from Victor Valletta, 16
Okay.
tons of exotic furs.
Oh dear. Mr. Valletta, I haven't seen him in ages. So, next time you see him, ask him to come to the tea party. But dear, honestly, he sent you out of everyone. No offense, dear, but your styles are just so, so never in season, right? Please tell me you have decent clothes.
Well, of course, it's just really hot outside, so I wore my, how shall I say, Corellian clothes?
Oh, dear love, you shouldn't have wore those there. Yeah, you're very colourful. Yeah, branded, of course, in Patel, in Patel. The fashion's quite different, but here, dear, here in Aberos, where everything's pop, everything's fresh, everything's tropical, everything's light, dear, you look quite out of place. And you, dear, oh, no, I like, I, he like, she like kind of motions over to Dahlia. I see you like to show skin, dear, but you could wear something more elegant, more chic, more presentable. Don't you know?
I mean, my people lived in a cave until about like 3 years ago, so not exactly many options. Besides, this
No.
is practical. I can move around quite freely in this.
Oh, really? Really? She like puts her arm in between, like she like how like you're in a wedding and somebody like will take you by the arm and like your forearms will be like locked together as they like walk you down. She does that to you. Like, look at you all made over. Yes, it's like your men have already arrived and they're already loading everything up. So I'll get you. I want to fix you guys up with something nice, something elegant, something not less trashy, dear. And good sir, I
Yes.
think I have quite the thing for you. No, no, not you, darling. Him. And she like kind of like while keeping Dahlia in her arm, kind of motions to Nada.
Oh, doing this whole thing again, are we? Okay. Not a man.
It's just if you don't like the joke, I'll stop the joke.
No, it's a funny joke. It's just Nada is going to find it annoying.
Okay, no, I just wanted
I
to make
think
sure.
that's a funny joke.
So it's a funny joke. It's just Nada is going to find that shit annoying.
I got you. No, I just wanted to make sure everybody was enjoying because I didn't want to like do it if you weren't enjoying it.
No,
It's
that's
not
just
anything. It's
androgynous.
very lighthearted. Not anything like doing it to be mean or anything like that. It's just a
No,
lighthearted joke because
I think it's
the
fun.
way you described her, she sounds very androgynous looking, and what she's wearing right now makes it kind of will make it kind of difficult for people to tell. You're you are. I'm so sorry. Come with me. Come with me. Look at you. I make you look all nice. And like a woman should.
I suppose. She kind of looks over at O'Rafferty like, really? Do we really got to do this? But, you know, she's still going to go through with it.
She
You just not ruin my fur.
He just kind of like shrugs and nods, like
of course not, yeah, of course. And as she takes you into like this little separate room, um, and on top you see all kind of fabrics and pre-made things, uh and like very large lights, and in the back are like two tall, like super tall mirrors, where there's like a little stand for you with a little lit kind of like circular stand for you to stand up on, as there's a little lift thing that she gets on it. She pulls Nadia on. Dear, you're too fast, okay? Because you're very unique looking. They're kind of simple to make look at. Look at you are such a challenge, and I love it, dear. You okay? You look
Right.
kind of sad.
What? Wait, who was being called simple and who was called a challenge? Like what?
You, not it. Dahlia.
Which one was
You are,
the answer to? I said who was called. The question was who was which, and you said me.
yes, you.
you
Sorry,
were
yeah.
called you were called but I feel like
She's
you're getting
talking to
hung up on
you.
the words that were being used. Like,
She's talking to you, but she's just saying, the whole point is that you're not supposed to understand what she means, right? She's talking in a very high fashion, very hip lingo that you don't quite understand. So if you need me to basically if you need me to translate for her, I can and I will. Just let me
No, it
know.
was just a matter of I wanted to understand who was being talked to,
You
not what
are.
was being
She's
said.
holding you. She's holding you and she's escorting you. You're first.
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
you accidentally
All right.
said Nadia again instead of Dahlia.
My bad. You guys' names are similar.
No, it's
Look,
cool.
if you don't need to differentiate us, just call me the rabbit.
I'll hang a nickname on somebody eventually. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll give you guys nicknames eventually. It's just trying to,
Now
just
I'm the
trying to
wench.
get used to.
I'm our sea wench. It's fine.
Anyways,
Give yourself some more credit. Come
I
on.
looked up the definition, and it's actually just a young girl or woman.
yeah.
Fair enough.
It also has an alternate meaning of prostitute.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
They're not the same. They're two different definitions. It's not one definition.
Yes,
You
but
said prostitute.
Elderly prostitute. Ha ha ha.
I really don't want to have to start instating some rules about stop sleeping with the crew. But I will if I have to.
Oh, it just
Anyway,
seemed like it's a seafaring term, so I looked it
as
up.
she just as all of a sudden Biscuit as she lifts you up and puts you on this magic pedestal, magic hands start to imagine you feel a magical force surround you as these like translucent pink hands appear out of nowhere, rip going around the room, picking fabric, picking pieces, cutting, scissoring, sewing, all this bunch of stuff. As all of a sudden your clothes are ripped off you.
I assume not broken, ripped off, just taken.
No, yeah, they're not broken or anything. She's putting as she puts them in a bag, as one of the hands puts them in like this magical sealed bag. You can have them back, of course, dear. Oh,
That's got my stuff on it. My
so
bag of
real.
holding my whip.
What?
That's got all my stuff. My bag of holding my whip.
Yeah. Well, she puts all your stuff in a little like baggie that's sealed up with a magic seal, to keep it all safe and waterproof and nice. Um, you're not losing. She's not taking any of your stuff. She's putting it off to the side so she can make you look all nice.
No, the point is I just don't have it on me at this moment.
So what? So what kind of look do we want? Do we want a more covered, more loose? We want a more covered, chic, more traditional look, or do we want something cute, something modern, something open, dear?
I've never really thought too much about what I've been wearing. Mostly I've been sticking with what's practical. Not really been much choice from where I'm from.
She
But
puts her
I
hand. She
do
puts her.
feel that having less is often more suited to my purposes.
Oh, I see you like the old country feel. Is that correct, dear? Or am I mistaken?
Well, I'm kind of from a country. Well, technically I'm from a cave, but now I'm from a country.
Ah, I see. I see, dear. I see. Okay, now let's do something that sticks to your roots, to your beginnings, but also says something new. So something. I'm a woman. I am a unique, sensual being. How does that sound, dear? Marvelous, I bet. Marvelous.
Well, I don't know much about fashion. That's why you're the tailor and I'm
Ooh. As all
not.
of a sudden, as all of a sudden, you just feel a very as all of a sudden you feel like a very tight squeeze around your waist. Um, how's that, dear? As you look down and you see what looks to be like a little like a crimped checkered skirt that has little like sparkling, almost like little sparkling rocks along the along the borders of the white strips and the red squares in their respective colors,
Right.
giving you very much a country vibe to it, but it does feel kind of tight around your waist.
It would be a country vibe if it wasn't seemingly covered in basically sequins because of the shiny thing you've said.
It's just, I mean, it's not a sense. It's just like a light. It's more. It will come off in the light, more of like a subtle sheen, like giving you like a subtle glow. But just right now, it's just super bright because of all the lighting she has around her workstation.
Right.
Oh dear, how does this look? How does this feel? It's so nice, so elegant, so new.
I mean, it's certainly not the worst thing I've worn.
Oh, look, it's a little tight. I mean, as she like does some work around it to and it loosens up a little bit to be more comfortable, not to the point that it's gonna fall off of you, but it's gonna sit there when you do like your important backflips and stuff like that. When you do all your badass stuff, but it is definitely tight enough to stay on there, but also loose enough to allow you to breathe and not cause you any long term pain or discomfort. Um,
It's also a skirt, which means
yes.
continue.
As all of a sudden, a seemingly as you feel like some tightness come around your fur, as a seemingly invisible corset is put around your waist and kind of tightened, not to the point that it's like super tight, but tight enough to like accentuate your form to give you more of a humanoid look.
Oh, wow, that is quite fitting, Dahlia.
Oh yes,
Um,
yeah.
mm, it's clearly going to be something that's actually uncomfortable. It's just like this. No, this ain't it at all. This is what is this one of them there corsets?
Oh dear, of course, it's style, it's the rage, everyone's wearing it. Of course, I want to accentuate your natural fur and beauty, so it gives you a little bit more of a of a humanoid shape, dear. Leaving some of your primal essence behind. I hope it's okay.
This thing's quite tight on the fur. If I wear this thing for a long period of
Around,
time, I'm gonna end up with knots all down the fur.
well, you see, it's a magical material. It's meant to unknot. It's meant to not knot. And matter of fact, it has some magical properties that protect your fur. In fact, it's waterproof. It's magic, and Well, it keeps you nice, clean, and has a sort of self-cleaning property to it, so it'll never be dirty. It'll always be this transparent, nice. And as she like, as she does something, you can't really see what she's doing or where it's at. As in the light, but then all of a sudden, the light kind of shines on it in a perfect way to give it like a silvery kind of look to it. Um, where the what is it called? Where the laces are, as she unties it or reties it back together in a looser fashion, so it doesn't feel super tight and pinching your fur at all. It feels quite comfortable, almost like you're not wearing anything at all now. But it still
Well,
keeps that same look.
with all these magical features and whatnot, it's gotta be awful expensive to get something like this.
Oh dear, don't worry about it. Don't worry, I promise. Um, as she puts it out, she again accentuates your more womanly features as all of a sudden there's a similar it's a similar. She basically puts on you a equivalent to a crop top, but it is in that same kind of like farmer girl style. But instead of it being like a tied up button up, it's like sewn together. So it's this one shirt, so it doesn't come undone, but it still gives you that feel and that look. Having the same kind of shimmering properties as the skirt does.
I get the feeling everything you're gonna be putting on me has this sort of shimmer to it.
Of course, dear, of course. We want you to shine. We want when you walk in a room, you need to sparkle. You need to be the center of attention, right, dear? Of course, that's the vibe you give off. That's the energy you give, dear. Everyone will notice you. Everyone will want to be you. Everyone will want to be with you.
I mean, that certainly doesn't sound that bad.
Of course
God,
not.
she's,
Of course
she's convincing Dahlia. Oh no.
Jesus.
not. Of course not. And she puts like a little like red bow. Like she gives you like a little cowboy hat, like a little like cowgirl hat with like holes for your ears to stick out of. And with it has a little like similar red bow to the same color. Same color as like but it looks almost like it's made of straw, but it's not really straw. It's actually like fine. It's actually like fine gold strips that have been what is it called? Interweaved together to make this straw like hat.
I don't know. I was skeptical about the rest of it, but this hat's quite. I,
Of course, dear,
I'm
of
feeling this hat
course.
immediately.
You're doing what now?
I'm feeling this hat immediately. That's the phrase. It's
Yes.
like I've worn it, and I'm like,
Phew.
oh yeah, no, this
Alrighty,
hat.
dear.
Yeah.
As the hands will lift you up and put you back on the ground. Next.
What?
You're down on the ground and she's asking who would like to go next. You're done, by the way, Matt Biscuit.
Yeah. Just one other question. She pulled
Yeah.
me to this stage thing. We know Nada's there. Did the captain also follow?
No, I'm in the other room. I'm not going to follow the ladies to the
Good,
changing
good,
room.
good, because I was just on there in the unders.
Yeah.
Assuming
Hey,
Dahlia wears any. I don't know.
He's sitting there
you're
fidgeting with
first.
his
How do
hat,
you not
singing
know?
something.
As you hear her rejecting voice, so would you like to go next? Oh, dear lady, would you like to go next? It's up to you. Who would like to go? You hear like a clapping noise after she says this. It's like echoing through the whole shop.
I suggest you go
I
next, Nada.
I suppose. Very well.
Yes, quite. I'm rather satisfied with my attire, but thank you, ma'am.
Oh, Dad, do you think this is? Oh, you're so cute. I'll be back. I'll be back for you in a moment. I'll be with you in a moment. Yes, dear. Now he can't hear us. So, look very mannish, I should say. I beg. I hope that's not too harsh.
Well,
You
that's not precisely what I was going for. More lacking identity is what I would put it. or the identity that I had is not an identity that I would prefer to have. You know what happened to the gnomes, don't you?
I'm sorry, what? What is a good? What is a gnome? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I've seen many people, many different kinds of people, but oh lord, is that not a thing I've ever heard of?
Similar to your people, but slightly shorter. A little more magical, but let's just say they left behind a very tainted legacy, a legacy which I do not wish to be a part of.
Oh, so you want to be tall, is that it?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
She asked if he. So you want to be tall, is that it?
Yes, I suppose you could say that, yes. A couple extra
What?
feet would help.
Oh my
What?
god, the platform heels you're gonna get.
What else, dear? What else? Do you want this man? I could put you in some manly clothes if you'd like. Of course. I
I
don't
want
charge
people to
anybody here.
know. I want people to know how hard I can hit them when I walk by. So they know not to ask me for a copper piece and run off with it when I hand them a little more. Does that
Oh,
make sense?
of course, dear, of course. But it still doesn't match. Still doesn't quite answer what I'm asking you, dear. I'm asking, how do you the word? What's the word? What's the phrase? How do you see yourself? She's very politely trying to ask you what like your station is and how you want to look.
Um,
She's
she kind of looks at herself in the mirror.
and the most well lit lighting you've ever been in. You probably will ever be in ever again. It's very flattering and makes you look probably about 50 times more attractive than you actually do in real life.
Oh, you're now at least half on Dahlia's level.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, okay, I mean, there's a kind of look that I kind of want to go for already, but I
Yeah,
just don't know the words to describe it. Do
can you
you
send me a
know?
picture?
Yeah, I'll just show you a picture.
All right, you can just send me a picture. So how what is while he's doing that? What is everybody? How's everybody feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Right,
Eh, I've almost forgotten my headache.
you almost forgotten it. Very well, good sir. Very well.
I made the mistake of thinking about it just now, though.
Oh no.
Hang on, time to put my belaying pin to work.
What?
Well, if I bonk you on the head, then it probably won't hurt no more because you'll be asleep.
Ah, yes, it's time to listen to getting smacked in the head to put you to sleep ASMR.
Dong, 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 dong. Wonk. That's my favorite ASMR. I want that now.
God.
Yeah, I have no issues
I
with
gotta
description.
take a really quick trip to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, well, that's
It
happening. I'll do
was.
a quick thing as well.
Well, it's also not your turn yet, so you're good.
Okay, so this is literally just stealing from a video game character, but
Where's my phone?
I'm sending it
Where?
to you right now.
I know. I was just trying to find my phone. Yeah. Oh. I don't know how she's gonna make that look nice. Okay. All right. First up.
Okay, intimidating is how she wants to look. That's how she wants to look. Basically,
Right.
that's the description.
As all
Yeah.
of a sudden your clothes. Same thing happened to Dahlia. This is the same thing that happened to Dahlia. Happened to you. Your clothes have been ripped. off of you, all your stuff has been ripped off of you, putting off to the side in a magical sealed bag, in a bag with a magical seal. Oh dear. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit more harder than I thought, dear. But no problem, no problem. First off, we're gonna get you in a nice. As you just see the magical hands, as all of a sudden you feel like an upward force. As all of a sudden the magical hands put like a jumpsuit on you, like a leathery black jumpsuit on you. No, okay, no, that's not right. What do you think? The color is quite off, isn't it? Right? I can't help it. It is. Yes, of course. She takes out like a little booklet or like a little like paint, like a little palette thing that has a bunch of different colors on it. She takes out another paintbrush and dips it in like this leathery looking color with like this dark brown with light brown highlights on it. She takes the paintbrush, she dips it in this palette where that paint is, taps it, taps it onto the jumpsuit, turning it from a regular black cloth and into a silky super high quality leather of that same color, which is like a dark brown most of the time, but in the light, where the shadows aren't cast, comes off as a very bright tan color. Yes, dear, the lighting in here is fantastic. However, it doesn't really mimic the outside natural light, dear. So trust me, I know it looks very bright now, but it will look better in the light. Okay, in the light of day, it will be a lot less. How I say bright? Is that okay?
She looks at herself in the mirror, and she kind of looks stunned, like, "Oh my, I've never looked like this before," you know.
Does she have long
Yes.
or short hair?
They couldn't from like under the headdress. It looked like it was shaved, but now that it's off, it kind of looks like basically like yeah, like the picture I sent you. Basically like that kind of hairstyle.
It's very as her hair. Yes, dear, your hair looks very nice. What kind of hat were you wearing?
It was like a fucking Indian feathered headdress sort of a thing. That's what she
Yes,
was
dear.
wearing.
Okay, dear. How about this? She kind of puts and so it accentuates your hair, your volume, your feminine energy. She kind of gives you, like that old, like that early 2000s kind of like half cut hat that kind of looks like a golfer's hat, but for women, but like for women. Hold on.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna need a picture. I think golfer's hat. Yeah, I don't know exactly what you mean by that.
Like a visor?
Yeah, I was about to say like a visor, maybe like they wear for tennis.
No, it's like a puffy at the top. Hold on, I'll send you a picture.
Oh, like a
Uh,
paperboy type hat.
yeah. Hold on,
Oh, okay, like Piper from Fallout. Okay, you literally could have
yeah,
just said.
kinda.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna send you a picture in I'm gonna send a picture in characters
Piper? I barely know her.
where it's like it looks exactly like this, where it's black and has a little rim, a little primpy kind of like almost chef like hat top to it, as if it was ripped from the early 2000s. Can you check? Has everybody got an opportunity to check characters?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah. With that kind of hat, how about this? As she takes a little roll, a little like almost, it looks basically kind of like a pizza cutter, but um it's like made of like a copper material, like an iron material. And she like does like V's where you're like, and it doesn't feel like anything at all. She rubs it down into and makes like a V opening where your chest is to kind of accentuate, you know, your breast it just fall as the layer just falls off, uh, and you feel, and as she takes some of that fabric and looks and like kind of sews sews some like pockets onto the bottom half of it, so you have something to keep you, so you have somewhere to put your hands to keep some of your personal possessions as around your waist. um it kind of slims out, complementing your figure very well, and adding a similar black similar in texture to that black kind of like leathery look of the hat, belt, and the similar thing with boots as you feel yourself go about 3 inches as you become about 3 inches taller.
Oh no, now she's taller than me.
Oh.
Yeah, how does this
Oh.
look?
Oh wow, this is new, but I think I quite like it.
It's very it's very this season there. I don't know why, but everybody's quite endearing of this kind of style. And you see how you feel and you look so fierce, but also so chic, so calming, so welcoming, so feminine. You see?
Yes, I think I do see.
Yes, yes. Very well.
I suppose
I'm
it's Rafferty's turn then.
he'll be a piece of cake. Trust me. Um, as the hands kind of like pick you up, lift you up, and set you down. Dahlia, where are you? Are you still in the room watching all this happen, or did you go out to like the main area where Nathan's waiting?
I was watching,
Okay,
but I feel like now that Nada's down, we would Dahlia respect the captain getting changed separately?
I don't know. That's a you question.
That was me asking myself that question.
Ah, oh, Captain, it's your turn, kitty.
It's my turn.
Yeah, unless I
Um,
specify otherwise, she is absolutely going to be staring intently.
Okay, so as he comes into the room, he sees Nada coming out, and as she comes out, she zips up her jacket and kind of looks away.
There is no
And
zip. It's just like that. There is no
it's just like that. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's
Well,
just kind of like
she kind of like crosses her arms as she's walking by, and then like uncrosses them and looks away like it's kind of embarrassing for her to be wearing this now. But
Oh my
Damn,
she's
god.
you
getting
confident in yourself, yeah.
My god, you've just accidentally been very attractive there, buddy. I can
What,
envision
talking
it
me or her? Are
perfectly.
you talking me or Seth?
The one who did the action, you fool.
Oh.
Because I could envision it perfectly, and I
So
was like, oh, that's
no.
adorable.
That was the point. That was the point.
I know, and I was congratulating you on that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. But
thank
anyway, Matt, you know the character Eva from Metal Gear 3? Metal Gear Solid 3?
I think so.
Yeah, just picture her.
essentially with like a Sharpay makeover.
White suit? Is that her?
No, she's the one with the brown jumpsuit and like the bike and shit.
Okay,
And
yeah, I remember her.
Snake Eater,
Okay.
yeah.
I played a little bit of that game. Anyway, I guess it's my turn. So he would have already taken his short sword from his belt and his neckerchief, which was tied around his arm underneath his jacket, and wrapped that around the short sword. He has a particular reverence for these items, it seems. The rest are just all attached to his sash and
Yeah.
just kind of get like set down in a roll.
As you like, oh, tell me, you don't need to do all that, I promise. You see, my hands, they're quite delicate. In fact, everything will be nicely put away. A nice secure place for you. As all of your as the pink hands come around you, and they shift from pink to like a purpley blue color, more to more match the masculine energy that they're trying to portray with
Bro,
you.
his hands are sexist.
What? It's not.
Hands are sexist. Pink is the manliest color.
It's
Oh,
not.
and God.
It's not. The hands are just magical hands. They're not controlled. They're controlled by they're controlled by Beatrice.
So I feel the need to just state now that Nathan has many tattoos. As, you know, sailors do. You can see
Well,
them.
I'm going to
His
be
shirt
getting
is
a
made of net.
very good look at him right now.
As their hands do the same thing as they've done to the girls, rip your clothes off in a still functioning manner, fold them nicely, put them in a magically taking all of your things and putting them in a magically sealed bag, which is now off to the side next to the three on a little table where the other two were at. As the other two as Nada and Dahlia picked up theirs as they were handed theirs, waiting for you to be handed yours. Please go ahead and describe your tattoos if you'd like.
They don't seem to follow a particular order. They're almost like a story of his nautical career. There's plenty of space for more, as if for more tales to come. There's an anchor on the back of his left shoulder and a shark jumping on his, as if around the curve of the top of his arm on the matching side. Everything's sort of accentuated by these tribal tattoos that end in rings about 4 inches from his wrist on either arm. Though they don't take up much space, they're more like tides almost. They seem like waves.
Okay.
What? That was a very
Hang on,
confusing description.
I'll see if I can find a similar tattoo real quick.
So,
Standing by.
Yeah, this form of art's definitely going to be of interest to Dahlia because she's from a race of people that tattoos basically are pointless because we've got fur.
Right. Also, how are you guys enjoying this so far?
I'm having a good time.
Pretty well.
It's a very unique experience, I can say that.
My health held me back, but I'm back in it.
The fucking courtroom direction if we didn't escape from that situation.
You still ended up here, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I just regretted that because of my headachiness, I didn't go with Nada and do crime. That would have been great.
Oh, you guys still have that to do. But you guys haven't done that yet because it kind of got overshadowed by, the random encounters you had.
Yeah,
so
that dickhead stole me, so I fucking killed him. Fuck him.
Sure.
Dick.
And a couple other people.
Okay. That
reminds me. You guys got some XP.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, guys.
You guys got about 65 XP from my calculations.
Killed a couple innocents, got us some XP. Yay.
How much? 65?
Yeah, 65 XP.
Nice.
Only
Where do I send that
different levels.
Characters? Here we go. I got lost as fuck. My bad. It's the second channel. Come on, Matt.
Come on.
It's not quite that elaborate. Like, it doesn't take up that much space. And don't mind, Abs McGee.
God. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So it's very much a tribal tattoo. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Kind of like Maui from Moana. Kind of is how I can.
Yeah. Very Pacific Islander.
Moana.
But, across both arms and up his back, and it sort of
Right.
stops on his pecs, but it doesn't go down the rest of his chest.
I need you to make me a seduction save, please.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh no, he's hot. What? I don't know what kind of save that is. Is that a charisma? It's a charisma save? Okay.
Yeah, it's just charisma. That's all it is.
Man's got to be charisma.
I got nat 15 plus 4, 19.
Oh dear Lord. Oh.
It's the Rizzler.
11, nice. Oh, as as Beatrice just loses her ability to speak for a few seconds, as she starts like fanning herself with her hands. Oh Jesus! You are
Huh.
so. Oh goodness gracious, my dear! You're a lot better looking than I thought. Get yourself together! As she slaps herself in the face.
I wouldn't worry
Like,
about it. That's quite an understandable reaction.
I feel like I
anyway,
just
yeah.
look in the mirror and I see Dahlia just like bleeding from the nose gently behind me. Just a little trickle from the left nostril.
Dude, yes. Yeah. So as you do this, you feel all of a sudden just like bright just like all of a sudden just like bright white, like incredibly crisp just button up shirt come on you. Uh the sleeves are not puffy like the shirt isn't like overly puffy like they normally are. They're really quite fitted to you. Um and on the wrist you see like it's held together by two pins. On one side it's a ship, it's a little ship made of what looks to be gold, and on the other side it's a skull made of what looks to be it looks like it was carved out of an extremely large pearl. um like like the black pearls, you know.
Mhm.
As the collar goes and as the collar doesn't flip over like our modern um like our modern like dress shirts, but instead is like up to kind of hide and protect your neck as it makes your shoulder as the shirt accentuates and makes your shoulders look a lot more broad than they actually kind of are. Because you described it as kind of lanky, right? Kind of like tall and thin.
Yes, fairly wiry, but built.
Yeah, where this like makes him look more like built out and more muscular, and is giving him more broad like feel at the top, as it kind of like as it but it also kind of contours to your arms and your body, giving you that very kind of like triangular look to you. um as you can kind of see in the mirror, almost as if some kind of as if magically it's like very lightly uh traced where your muscles are, so you can very kind of like it's not quite enough to show your muscles, but it looks as if it is. So it's feel very maneuverable, very quick, and it feels very light and very cold. As if basically you have AC running all around your body at all times. As it does give off, as for a second, it does give off a slightly blue sheen to it, as if there's some kind of magic affecting it, keeping your body cool, while also giving you some kind of moisture and it kind of, as you feel it, it kind of it gets soaked up by your skin and moves up your body to and unstuffs your nose, allowing you to actually feel more comfortable on as comfortable on land as you do underwater.
Ooh.
As all of a sudden you get as all of a sudden a bright like a crimson a bright crimson red, like it's the color of red isn't bright, but the almost like there's like a magical light around the belt goes around these extremely nice and comfortable looking black almost suit pants, give it that are tucked into these oh give me a second, that are tucked hold on that are tucked into these like very cowboy-esque, but more like on the more cowboy-esque boots without like the cowboy designs or anything like that. And it's very nautical themed with that same crimson red. um so like, taking what is your favorite tattoo that you have, Matt?
Um,
What would be Nathan's favorite
Nathan's
tattoo?
Nathan's favorite tattoo would probably have to be the anchor on the back of his shoulder, and there's a fun story that comes with that.
Yes, as the anchor shows on your dominant on the it almost pops out as if it's been almost as if it's puffing out to show your favorite tattoo reflected in the boots in your right boot. And what's your second favorite tattoo?
Hmm.
Oh,
The
and I got
second
it already.
favorite
It's
would
the
probably
shark on his
be
face.
God, biscuit.
on the front of his right shoulder. There's this little like vertebrae shaped one. It's a whalebone.
As on the left boot, there appears to be a whale engraved in it. Um, with the belt buckle showing what looks to be a large brass buckle with a very familiar compass, like a compass engraving in it. It looks very you as you look down, it looks very similar to the part to half of the one that you have. If it was nice, clean, and it looks engraved, but you're not quite sure how she knows what this would look like. As you have yet to tell anybody about it, showing it to any mom. Yes. Um, as you've yet to show or tell anybody about it, incredibly nice jacket that looks that gives off a very nice like a little kind of pirate Captain pirate vibe with such, with a little decorative metal on it that say that doesn't really have anything but has the lord has the symbol of lord on it which indicate a lord captain which indicates that which usually indicates that you are the highest captain rank in the and you either your company, your military, or your ship or squad, no matter what position you are, it's a very high position in the government. But it's instead of it being the traditional gold or it's actually a silver color to kind of indicate that hey, you're not this is not a real thing. This is just your decoration.
No, like stolen valor.
Yeah, yeah, it's which they do. Yeah, there is no stolen valor. It's literally just a decoration piece, which captains are allowed to wear, uh, as long as they are a captain of some kind of ship and can show and can prove ownership of their vessel, which you do, and so you are allowed. As all of a sudden, a very piratey hat. Would Nathan like a feather or no? Would you like a feather or no feather?
No feather.
No feather. As as a hat with a very long and luxurious fillet tail feather sticking out of it. I'm giving off a beautiful light blue with green and red and yellow overtones. As Beatrice is like, no, not for you, not for you at all, dear, and yanks it out. Ah, that's better. That's so much better. How does it feel? How does it feel? Oh, goodness, you look fantastic. You look even better than you did before. Oh, goodness. And she, like, kind of shakes her arms and her hands and her whole body. Follow shortly after.
I feel great. I can breathe proper.
Yes, dear, yes. So, oh, you all the time. You look fantastic. Now, I must say, it looks as one of the hands kind of like flies over by her ear and like and you hear kind of like a like the remnants of a whispering noise coming from it. Ooh, it seems that your delivery is done.
Wonderful.
Thank you, quite dears. See, how long are you guys planning to stay in town? I am having quite a luscious tea party tonight, and well, I would hope that you guys would all come.
I believe. Well, he just looks at his pocketbook real quick as I look at my notes. 1 second. I gotta because we have 24 hours on the port and we have to leave at 8 p.m. tomorrow.
And you also remember have to meet up with Captain Fields as well for your next delivery.
Indeed.
Captain Fiend.
Oh dear. Oh God.
Fiend, 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 yeah, Fiend.
Jesus.
What?
Okay, come on. You're
So
looking.
you would read through his notes real quick. Oh, yes. Sounds lovely.
Yes, dear. Oh, Gordy. You see, here's the address. She takes out like a little piece of She takes like a little like a piece of paper, which a little piece of parchment, which is white, is pure white, which is very rare, and the only other person you know to have had pure white paper is Victor, as it doesn't even smell like ginger at all.
Huh.
Would it be a
Yes.
problem if we brought a couple other people?
What do you mean, couple other people? Of course, you get a +1 for each of you.
All right,
Lovely.
that's fine then.
Yes,
I think I'll be
Wouldn't want to
bringing.
leave my soon-to-be fiancée behind.
Oh, yes, that reminds me. Victor did. I remember Victor did ask for me to give you the information of Mr. Captain Fields. Is that correct, or is that or is he sending another crew for that?
Oh no, that would be me. I was supposed to inquire. He points at his notebook. Inquire about deliveries with Captain Fields.
Awesome. Oh yes. Well, he is located in the. Well, there's two places you could catch him. If you go to his office, you see he's there for between about 8 a.m. and about 12 p.m. And then he's open, and then he's at the local Navy base on the other side of the island, next to, you know, on the west on the northwestern side of the island for the rest of the day as he's doing naval training with the others. And then, of course, around what time is it? Oh, around this time, 6 o'clock. He goes home for the day. And dear Lord, I don't know where that is, but obviously he's on the 420th floor of the Capitol building, and here's the coordinates. And then she gives you guys the coordinates for the naval base.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
The 420th floor.
420th.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Couldn't
Just making
resist
sure.
that one, could you?
Yeah, of course. So,
Just making sure.
no, you're good. Oh, yes. My party will be in about 2 hours yet. I would definitely, if you can, I would try and eat some food because we won't really have any dinner food there. It'll be more like snacks and finger food.
I see. Tea cakes and the like.
Yes, dear, of course. Now, this will be a great opportunity for you to show off my lovely outfits. A lot of people will that night. A lot of people will tonight, but also it gives you an opportunity to make a few contacts. You see, anybody who's a friend of Nathan, anyone who's a friend, Nathan, anybody who's a friend of Victor is a friend of mine. And he's talked quite highly of you, sir.
I have done my best to keep him in good respects of me.
Right, right. No, I do have another I will eventually need you to do some delivering because I do offer some coats and some other things to some of my other locations on other islands. So I will definitely keep you in mind, dear.
Of course.
Yes.
Right, so we're gonna have to pay for these new outfits?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just gonna like it for your pay. So your
Right.
original right. So your original pay was, let's say, was originally £10. However, you each got an outfit, then that's through. So you now get here. Your payment is £6. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a lovely
Right.
day, and we will be seeing you this evening. Later
Yeah.
this evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a wonderful day. As she's kind of like usher, and she's like walking with you to the exit. Mochi, as she like talks, as you guys walk out, she talks to her. You can kind of hear her talking. Mochis, you may let in the next group of people there. Yes, ma'am. You, as there's like now a line developing, and you see like a group, like a group of ladies, with one like at the front. You may come in now. They're like super happy to go in there. As you see, one of them has like a very large ring on their finger. Yeah. What do you guys do now? Or what would you guys like to do? We can
We got
stop
2
now.
hours.
Right, we can
So-
stop now, and pick it up next week because this is a natural stopping place. And remember, we only get 6 hours on the recording, so it's up to you guys. But we can also continue. It's up to you.
I think we're good here.
You guys good with ending?
I guess. If the council
Ah,
rules.
yeah, I guess that's fine, yeah.
I was gonna go see my girlfriend anyway, so
I got you.
Yeah.
You're all
I
good.
got-
Oh, look at this dude.
yeah, I know. I'm a simp. It's crazy.
It'd be like that sometimes.
All right, Joe. Well,
Bro,